WESWES, y'all.
Because you called those 96 the heyday, right?
Yeah, bro.
In Castleton. I just remember, like, a lot of boys wanted to go there.
Yeah.
Like, if you went to a different school, like Rutherford or even Waitak,
Yeah.
where I went to, like, heaps of guys, even listening as well.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of guys wanted to go to Castleton.
Yeah, hard.
Yeah.
I was one of those guys, bro.
Yeah.
Because I went to Henderson Intermediate.
Mm.
Yeah. So the buzzy thing about it is that when I was at school, I was catching the 135
Oh, yeah.
home. Yeah, but I lived on like the what is it? Pooks Road side.
Oh, yeah. So
Yeah.
you're in Randall Uni.
Yeah.
Mm.
But I had to, because the 135 didn't. It was the only bus from Custon that went all the way to Ranui non-stop.
Yeah.
I didn't want to stop at Henderson and switch to
Oh,
097, 087.
Yeah.
So I stayed on the 135 and walked from the dark side. Nah, but walked from that side back home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, because I was just trying to remember, because I think to me it was like I never had the concept of because my mom and dad, they only sent us to the schools that were close to my house.
Yeah.
So it was never a thing of I want to go to this school, that school.
Yeah.
It was just because Whitesec was the closest school. I'll just go there. You know.
Yeah.
So
I think I was just lucky that my I had cousins that were already there.
Mm.
So and they were like neighbors.
Yeah.
So that made it easier.
To go.
Yeah. Catch bus with them and learn how to get home and that.
Yeah.
And they'll look out for me at school. Because there was a couple of us, Tokelauans that were at Cowston.
Mm.
Yeah. Which made school pretty cool.
Yeah. It helps that you can have cousins or friends that go there.
Yeah, bro.
To follow suit. But I remember when I was at that time, 96, 95, 96, everyone wanted to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when did they? I can't remember what year they took it out though. Like the world.
Oh, the
Sanix Comp.
Oh, I don't know. I
think it was around that time.
Yeah.
Or after that.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a rugby thing or a boys thing.
Yeah.
Because I remember because I went out with this girl and her brother went there, and I remember having a talk with him and he was saying like, oh man, if girls moved into Custom Boys, it was a co-ed, he'll go to Mags.
Oh, true.
So that was the first time I ever thought about, someone that just doesn't want to be around girls. Like, it's like a boys thing, eh? Like, I never understood that.
Yeah.
Like, because if you go to a place like, if you go to school like Custom or even Liston, you leave with a sense of belonging to that school.
Yeah, bro.
Like, especially Custom, because there's KOB out there.
Yeah.
Everyone does the K's up and all that.
Yeah, bro.
And like, it doesn't matter how old you are, you're always connected back to the school.
Hard. Especially like little things like, say, PE. Like if you didn't have your PE gear, you're running with no shirt and your boxes.
Oh,
you know? Yeah, like just because you wanted to jam PE. Whereas I don't think they'd get that sort of freedom at a co-ed school.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's those little things. Yeah.
I didn't think about that either.
Yeah. Little things like that, like not having girls around, the boys were sort of just themselves, kind of thing. But yeah, bro, school was some of the best years, eh?
Yeah. Because how do you explain that? How do you explain like the loyalty or the, like, how you even when they finish school at Custom, they still keep the connection back to school, and it's like even the older people, like through the different generations.
Yeah.
Because in my school, I didn't even have that.
Oh, true.
Like, there's nothing like that now.
Yeah.
It's almost as like shame to be from that school, Like, there's no like a White Tech sign or or White Tech Boys or White Tech reunion or White Tech kind of how do you say it, like a Facebook page that there is, but no one's I'm not on there.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. But I see that at Liston as well. They have a similar thing where they have like, because they've got this LST thing where the boys from that particular generation, like 95, 96, 97, like they're all still to this day.
Yeah.
They do stuff with their families, like go on camps and
That's me.
have those get-togethers, and they have their merchandise too and stuff like that. So there's that loyalty thing that
I think
keeps them together.
it might be passed down, from the older boys that taught them and then kept coming down, especially like I said, my older cousins. And I did like a lot of like extracurricular stuff in school, like freaking drama, music,
Oh yeah.
like volley, rugby league, and learning even Bring It On. Like it was like the dance comp, and so there was heaps of different age groups in that. And just learning off the older boys what sort of custom was like. I don't know how to explain it though, but it made me proud to.
Yeah.
Because even like I had a lot of family that went to St. Paul's.
Oh yeah.
And so they give us a lot of shit like about being from Custom, like sort of back and forth thing.
But see that I think that feeds into the whole loyalty thing too, because like De La Salle and St. Paul's, these are boys' schools as well, but they got the same kind of environment, same kind of thing, like the loyalty thing.
Yeah.
Even when they leave school, they still got the connection.
Yeah, hard.
And it's like, I think that forms that, like, there's a rivalry,
Yeah.
Because if Custom has this thing, St. Paul's has this thing, De La Salle has this thing, it's like,
Yeah.
Like,
you could even say Wesley as well,
Yeah.
I think maybe it might be like the top sporting schools, you could say, that do sort of well overall. Because even when I was in school, like, we're okay at other things. I think like kiki and volleyball, we're all good. And you could say the same about De La Salle, like we'll see them at tournaments doing well at volleyball. So I think if you compare it to like say Liston, like you didn't really see them around comps.
Yeah.
And if you did, it was probably just the West.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Because it's always been Custom boys that's putting the flag up for West Auckland.
Yeah.
Especially in rugby. And rugby league as well.
Yeah, recently.
So how long did you spend at Henderson before you went over?
Yeah, I did my 2 years. So growing up, I went to West Harbour, out like Massey Ways. And then we moved to Ranui, and I finished at Summerland Primary, did 1 year, and went Henderson Intermediate for the 2 years, and then finished at Custom throughout. Yeah.
Oh, you did the whole thing at Custom?
Yeah.
Did you play in sport in school?
Yeah, bro. A bit of rugby, but I wasn't really that good to make first 15. There was too much talent. Honestly, there was way too much talent at Custom. So my last years I went back to league.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For the school?
Yeah, for school.
Yeah.
So we're like the first time I think since 2003 that we put a team in. I think 2003 or 2005. So league sort of stopped, and then my last year our head boy brought it back, and that was cool. So we got invited down to nationals. We played that and made the finals, but we went down to St. Paul's.
Oh yeah. In the final.
Yeah, bro, they had a stacked team, man. Like a lot of them like ended up in the Warriors, playing in RL.
Man, because I remember my cousin played for 15 for Custom. Machoka?
Oh yeah, he was like sim form when I was third form.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember those guys. And because they had a mean team, I think they lost in the finals.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah, finals or semis.
Yeah, I remember going to one game. I went to watch one of his games, and he played. He had a real good game, and there was a lot of trash talking, especially the other team. Yeah. So I found that pretty cool.
Yeah, 1A rugby is different name. Way different. Excuse me. Yeah, man. Like, if there was one thing I wish I did in school was like trained a bit better to try and make first.
Oh yeah.
Right, because those guys were treated like royalty.
Oh hey.
Yeah, bro.
So how about the league dudes? How were they? What's the competition like in Custom that time? Like league versus union?
Nah, not really.
You didn't get the first dibs, and then
Oh yeah, bro.
they
To
get
be
the
honest,
leftovers.
yeah. Like if you're in first 15, you weren't allowed to play league. I don't know why though, but I think there was like maybe I think we had 1 or 2 players that like they weren't coming back to school the next year, so they just came and played.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I feel like if the first 15 boys were allowed to play, then I think we would have had a better go at St. Paul's. But not to say, bro, St. Paul's had a mean team.
Yeah. I remember ages ago there was a guy at work. He doesn't work for us, but he worked for this other company that we deal with, and he used to be a coach because he's a rugby league guy, and he was at St. Peter's doing the rugby league team there.
Oh, okay.
And you see, they find it real hard to get players.
Oh, true.
Because like players want to play league, they go play league, but if they're really good, they'll say, "Nah, you're playing union."
Yeah, bro.
And they'll just tell them, "Nah, you can't have this guy. You can't have."
Yeah.
It's like what?
And that's what it was like. Like the boys were so keen, but they just weren't allowed to come down. And I don't know why, because I think their season was finished, unless they were waiting for sevens after league. But yeah, they just weren't allowed to play. Heaps of boys.
Yeah. Oh, true.
Yeah.
So did you pursue sport like after school?
After school, I ended up playing. I went to Newland Stags, had a stint there, played topside, and then moved back to my junior club at Richmond.
Oh yeah.
I played topside there for a couple of years. Then had a jam at Glenora for a year, but I got injured. Then I had a go at rugby and went to Waitemata
Oh yeah.
for a year. Yeah.
How was that?
Yeah, different, bro. Bro, because I was getting to I was turning 30, so I was like, frick, I've always wanted to just have a taste and see what it's like. At like the rugby culture. And yeah, bro, I enjoy it today.
What were you playing? What position?
Lock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Were you tallest in the team? Or?
Nah, I don't, bro. It's because that's what I played in school.
Oh, right.
But that was like 3rd form and 4th form. So I thought, flip, I should be still all good. Like,
yeah.
But when I went back, I was like, frick, the game's changed so much.
Yeah. How long ago was that?
Yeah, that would have been like 12 years ago.
Oh,
longer, 15 years. Yeah. Yeah, so it's way different to the way I play, or from what I remember. Like, that's just little kids, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I hard out enjoyed my time at Waitemata.
Are you still playing now? Or?
I had like a sort of little gap year because I had my son.
Right.
So I went back and this year played for my family team down at Richmond, the Richmond Tokes.
Oh, yeah.
And we're just, senior A's comp. And the boys have gone a bit old and all got families, so the commitment wasn't the same.
Yeah.
But it was good, like, that's what I sort of wanted as well. To go back and hang out with family and catch up. Yeah.
Who's your NRI team?
The Warriors there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But bro, I'm like, I've been too busy to sort of watch the comp.
Yeah.
So I just watch highlights just with DJing. So like, bro, like the reason why I went back to being social in the senior A's was just because, like, bro, you'll rock up to the games early, warm up, you know, and then you've got after match, and then from there I've got my gigs. So like Saturday is pretty much a write-off. And then I only had Sunday to sort of hang out with the fams. So I wanted to have a chill year. Yeah.
So when did you get into to music and DJing and stuff?
Music, bro, it had always been like I love music since I was a kid,
Yeah.
But I just never like studied it or learned it properly. I just love singing songs in the shower and that.
Yeah.
But
because I heard one of your mixes on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
All the slow jams in there, man.
Oh yeah, bro.
I like it, man. I like it.
Shut up, bro. Yeah, bro. That's probably like maybe my forte. It was like the songs from my era in school and the more slow songs there.
Yeah.
But like the way I got into DJing was my mum's brother. So when we went to my grandma's house, he had this little DJ set up. and it was just a CDJ mixer.
Mm.
And he taught me how to like beat mix, and I would have been like Form 1 or Form 2, but I was just catching on to it, eh?
Yeah.
And so every time I went to my nana's house, straight to the room and turn on his speakers, have a jam. And yeah, he was always blasting mixes in his car, so I fell in love with like what you could do to songs, like add backbeats and
Yeah. And mix it into another song.
yeah, bro. I loved all that stuff. Bro, and then randomly, I think my dad saw how much I was on that thing at my grandparents'. So one day, bro, I came home. I think I was Form 2. And we had like, he bought this beginner setup from the rock shop.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so like some speakers and like a beginner CDJ kit.
Mm.
And that's when it sort of started. Like doing gigs for family.
Yeah.
For free.
So that will be in mid 2000s?
Yeah, 2002.
2002?
Yeah,
early
yeah,
2000s?
Yeah.
And that would be the first time the CD mixes came into the,
Yeah.
because everyone was doing the turntable
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
It's funny as because then I was brought up in the era where you're like burning your CDs and carrying cases just after the turntables. Yeah, bro, that was really annoying. Like freaking last minute burning 17 songs or
Yeah.
whatever could fit on the CD, just so you had like some new songs for your set.
Because was MP3s out then? Or was it?
Yeah, but I just like, no one really taught me anything. I was just going off what I knew. And, you know, YouTube and the internet wasn't that big back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was just like borrowing my uncle's CDs and then save it to my computer, dub it,
Yeah.
and made my own case.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But I think it got a bit more serious when one of my friends from school, he lived in Ranoi. But the Petia brothers, you know. Yeah, so I was tight with Leka.
Yeah.
And he had an older brother, Ken, called Solo. And that guy sort of took me under his wing and you're like, bro, you should start doing gigs properly.
Yeah.
And so he was sort of like my manager, eh? So yeah, bro, that guy, he was the man because then he came and introduced himself to my parents. And it was funny, that relationship, because my mum and dad had played cricket for their church. So they already knew who my parents were.
Oh, yeah.
And then, so I was allowed to go do my gigs with that guy. That my parents trusted him, and bro, he looked after me, eh?
So what kind of gigs were those? Those
Socials,
and,
birthdays.
yeah,
bro, he got me doing heaps of things, and we would DJ together. And that guy, like, the cool thing about him is all he wanted was a feed and some gas after the gig. So because I was still in school, bro, like maybe fourth form, that's when he started taking me around to do gigs. So we were sort of DJing together. And for him, that's how I met 651 and what's his name? DJ Daywalker from back then. I met those guys through him. Yeah, so I'm grateful as for that guy for sort of boosting what I was just doing in my garage and for my family.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because I would have stayed that way.
You would stay that way. You know, that day, at that time, who were you looking up to of other DJs? Like, who were you listening to? Did you listen to anyone?
Yeah, like, it was all through my uncle, bro. My mom's brother.
Yeah.
And he had DJs like DJ Jam. He's from Central. Bluffstar, some DJ Rectangle. And that's when I first started hearing what DJs could do to songs. And then like 651, bro, that guy was like a unicorn, eh? Like everyone heard of him but just never knew who he was.
Oh, yeah.
And so even like when Ken told me like, yeah, I went to school with 651. Oh, true. Everyone says that though. Yeah, 651's my cousin. Like, you know, and then Chuck on his mixer. So I heard his stuff before I even met him. And then I was lucky enough to meet him, and then he heard my stuff. And then from there, like, that guy sort of took me under his wing and like got me into like the Lockdown Krew. Made remixes there, and then the Cutman Krew.
Because that's the group you're in now.
Yeah, yeah.
And man, I can't keep up with how many in the
bro.
Cutman Krew. There's a lot, eh?
Yeah, and even I haven't met them. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah, because there's some from Australia as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, I'll tell my missus, these guys are my online friends, because like gamers or something. Yeah, like I've never met them, but we talk a lot on social media. But yeah, like everyone's real cool in the crew. But just yet to meet everyone properly.
Because I remember talking when 651 came on the podcast.
Yeah,
like he was breaking down the Cutman Krew and all of that. Because I never knew about this kind of thing happening with DJs, like getting together and forming, groups so they can sort of like have options when they have gigs.
Yeah,
like if someone's not available, we've got another guy that can come and
yeah,
it's like they like helping. It's like a network aid to help.
Yeah, well, with the one and then he dragged me into Outkast. So I'm with Outkast now.
Is that what Outkast does or Cutman Krew?
Yeah, so that's what Outkast does.
Oh yeah.
But with Cutman Krew, I think it's more like a remix crew.
Oh right.
Yeah, sort of like Sick With It crew. Have you heard of Sick With It?
No.
Oh, they're pretty big. Yeah, they just pump out remixes and say we for ages. But with the way I remix up, I take a lot of time, eh? Like there's one my latest mix that I did, the High School Feels.
Yeah.
Bro, that took me like I'll say 4 months, eh?
Oh, hey.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, bro, what I do isn't proper, eh? Like I just chuck things together, turn this down, turn that down, turn that up, and see if it sounds good in the car.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like after I've made the mix, I'll go to the car, listen to it on the car speakers. Oh, yeah. It's all good.
Does it depend where you're driving, or on the motorway, or?
Nah, just sit on the drive wheels.
That's interesting because with the different styles, you say you got a different style. Is that a different style to how you mix or what songs you put together, or?
Yeah, bro. Like remixing and live DJing, I'll say they're so different, bro. Like, say back then, like even now, like when you make mixes, you can make cut up like a 16-bar intro and chuck all these like edits in it, and it sounds mean when you're in the car. But when you say play it at the club, people stop dancing and
oh yeah,
what the hell are you playing? Get a tomato over here.
Yeah.
But people stop.
It's different, eh?
And then they'll wait like, oh, that's the song you're playing. But it's because that intro is too long.
Oh, right.
But in the car, it sounds mean, you know?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. So that's one thing, yeah.
Because that was the part of the mix I really liked, the transition.
Yeah, bro.
I love that part.
Hard. Same.
That's the main part for me.
And that's what I thought everyone would like hearing when they dance. But like after experience, like fuck, they just want to hear just the normal,
yeah. May as well stop play.
Yeah, pretty much. But that's what bro Mafioso, DJ Mafioso, bro, he's like OG pretty much, like DJing since the 2000s, like the club scene, and he taught me that like, bro, it's a bit better to jam just normal songs.
At the club?
Yeah, at the club.
Yeah. Like dance songs or the popular dance songs?
Any songs, bro. Just use singles, eh? Because the remix, you can chuck remixes here and there, like with some Fat Man Scoop, but I don't think people want to hear Fat Man Scoop every...
Oh, I get it. Because they want to recognize the song.
Yeah.
If they don't recognize it, then that's when they say, what the hell is this song? Oh,
they'll stop for like 5 or 10 seconds and then... Oh, that's it. They start dancing again.
Oh, true.
Yeah, bro.
I never thought of that. Because I'm trying to remember when I was in my younger days going to the clubs and that. Like, I really loved the transition.
Yeah.
But I think because we knew what the next song was gonna be. Because it was obvious. Is the transition's not obvious anymore? Is it that complicated now? Like you guys are like.
I think the type of remixes that I make and 651 had given me, like you couldn't really tell the song.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the beginning, if you weren't used to that remix.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like what is it? Edits where you can have like the instrumental of your next song go with the a cappella of the first song.
Yeah.
So then you'll tell straight away, oh shit, he's playing.
Yeah. Next.
Like say next too close.
Yeah.
Over Blue Jeans. Like you'll hear dum, 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 but over whatever song was playing.
Yeah.
Those are all good.
The best ones I like is if both instrumentals emerging.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they have to be on the same speed, on the same BPM to do that. No?
Yeah. And now they've come in with like you can organize your songs into keys.
What's that?
So like make songs the same notes almost, so that it's not flat. Like maybe musical people could tell when they hear it, like, bro, this is so off.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a new technology that they've come out with, where you can put your songs into keys now, and make sure that they sound the same.
All right.
Yeah.
So the beats sound the same.
Oh well, the keys the same. Like the first song is singing to the right note of the second song.
Oh right.
Yeah. Because sometimes it can be flat and really off.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
Unless you had an ear for it and you're doing your practice at home, then you'll know like, oh yeah, the song goes with this, the song goes with this. But now with the technology, you can just see.
Change it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is C sharp. I got a C sharp song here now. Let's see if it goes kind of thing.
We can make it C sharp.
Nah.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't think you can.
Man.
Yeah, so you'll have like a whole bunch of songs, say that is like 90 BPM, and then in the key of C. Yeah, so that wasn't a thing before. I think DJs, like the life of DJs now, are heaps easier.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro, like the digital era. Like I said, bro, you're like, back then you had to try scab CDs or download off LimeWire and get a couple viruses.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. And then download your 17 songs, go buy like freaking blanks, 25 pack of blanks, and burn your CDs during the week. Whereas now it's like, bro, just 1 hour.
Just get it automatically or make your own playlist.
Yeah, hard.
Yeah. So it's possible for DJs to just take a mix they've pre-mixed, like last week to a gig, and just play that.
Yeah. And act like they're DJing. But then like the only downfall of that is that
you need to change on the fly.
Yeah, because maybe there's a song in that mix that your crowd isn't keen on.
Oh
Yeah.
See, that was one of the funny stories when we talked to 651.
Oh yeah.
About the DJing life when you go to a gig and you got all the wrong songs or something like that. Have you had any disasters?
Disaster story? I've had heaps, especially DJing for so long, and then back then, like with just CDs, it's not like now where you can hotspot your laptop and download on the go. Whereas back then, like you just had your set list, and I remember there was this guy. So when I had my uncle's CDs, what I did with his CDs is I just took the songs that I liked.
Yeah.
Whereas he had so many songs like that I just skipped the CDs. So my dad had booked me. My dad booked me a gig for his work, his work friend, and she was Balangi, and it was her son's like 18th or something. And I rocked up with my cousins, and the guy was like, "Bro, do you have some Eminem?"
Nah.
Sorry, I don't like Eminem. But you can have some R. Kelly. Step in the name of love. Bro, and I feel stink because like, I think they got me to sleep.
Oh, did
Because it was at their house. Frick, that was the worst. But like,
So what did you learn out of that one? What did
yeah,
you learn?
bro. Like I had to expand my library. Flip. So I was just like, in my crate, I just had like songs that I liked, and that was pretty much 2000s hip hop and R&B, and some old school. So I was real limited. Whereas now, bro, you can just ask someone like, "Oh, bro, can I have like 2 gigs of whatever?" And that's thousands of songs that you might not need, but at least you got on your laptop sitting there.
Just in case.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hard. So now, bro, it's way easier. Like they could ask for some freaking out of it Bahalangi tracks, and you search your computer and you've got it, just because you randomly took it off your friend's hard drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you expanded your playlist and that, like, did you find you got more gigs then? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but
And how were you scoring those jobs?
just through word of mouth, bro.
Oh yeah.
But nowadays I just rely on the club. It's too much time away, like lugging the.
Oh right.
Yeah, I'd rather just go do my 2 or 4 hours at the club and come home when the kids are sleeping, rather than, especially during the season when I was playing.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I'll go to my games with my speakers in the car.
Oh yeah.
And then like have to quickly shower and shoot off.
Yeah.
And set up a gig, bro. So I'm like, I've been sweating from the warm up all the way till 7, setting up the, yeah.
So what was your first sort of residency?
It was in Ponsonby,
Oh yeah.
and I got a shot through one of the boys, DJ Mons. I don't even know how we met, but I started to build sort of an online presence with my music on my mixes.
Was that through YouTube or
On SoundCloud.
SoundCloud? Oh
Yeah.
Because SoundCloud was the place to go for music, Like,
Yeah, bro.
especially DJs,
Yeah.
Is it still now these days?
I think with like,
was it Twitch?
I'm not too sure.
But SoundCloud's still one of the platforms.
Nah, they I don't know how they like are able to detect songs now, but if you remix a song and they like you don't have the rights to it, they'll pull it down straight away.
Yeah. Just like YouTube, eh?
Yeah, I think so. I think YouTube may be a bit more lenient because I see heaps of mixes on there. But SoundCloud, nah, they don't really. As soon as you click upload, it'll decline you straight away. Yeah, yeah. So I've had heaps taken down now.
But before it was like free for all, like all good there.
Yeah, and that would have been like around 2010.
See, and that doing that, like before they got strict, that allowed you and a lot of other DJs to get out there.
Yeah, bro, hard out. I think the thing with my stuff, though, like I said, bro, it'll take me like 4 months to to make a pretty good mix, and that mix is only like 16 minutes.
So you're a perfectionist?
I think I just don't have my processes in place, bro. Like, so 651, like the way when he hooked me up with some like acapellas and backbeats and stuff, they were organized already into like keys and BPMs. So it made like, bro, I'll sit there and with the arrows I'll go down, listen, and then I'll see if it actually goes with the song. And that process itself like takes ages. Whereas he's just already got them all in folders, like, oh yeah, this song's in the key of D. Now I'll go to my D folder and chuck all these acapellas and work that out.
Oh, so you haven't got that process?
Nah, bro. I'll be up for ages, like I'll be up for 3 hours and play 30 seconds, yo. That's bad. Yeah.
Because that guy, he's professional, eh?
Yeah, bro. He's the man. And I'd say like I was grateful enough to meet him at a time where his social media presence, I don't think he was on social media. and no one really knew who he was. But people were passing out his mixes, like, you know, he was quite famous, back then, back in the day. And his stuff was top notch, bro, for the time we were in. But yeah, I was lucky enough to be hooked up with a lot of stuff from him. Yeah, back then, and he helped my career because that guy was like, you could there were services like Funky Mix, X Mix, and that was all like the hip hop and R&B pre-mix stuff. So it had like the drum beats in the beginning and the song will kick off. But 651 was remixing a lot of reggae and poly reggae, island stuff that no one really had unless it was just a single. And it was top quality too. So I think he helped my career in terms of having songs that sounded mean, but no one knew who had made the track yet.
Right.
No one knew who 651 was unless they were in the know, kind of thing.
Because this is like something to strive for when you're a DJ, to like do the baddest mix. Like,
yeah, bro.
Like something that just sticks out in front of everybody else. Yeah.
Hard.
That comes once in a while.
Yeah.
Does that come once in a while? Like,
yeah.
And how many does 651 have?
Bro, I kid you not, bro. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, I don't know. But he's got so much stuff, like, and that's one thing, like, I sort of wish I had. Like, I was too busy with sport, like, or just doing other things. I'd rather drink. I'd rather go tag in the summer or go league training rather than come home and jump on the computer and make a mix. But nah, I'll give it up to that guy, bro, because he's got even stuff that people haven't heard that will go off, you know, like, but he just keeps it to the boys or to himself.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that just loves what he's doing and just does that 24/7 there.
Hard.
Because if you keep on doing something 24/7, like, you're gonna be good at it.
Yeah. Anything,
Yeah, anything you put your mind to, your passion.
Yeah.
And that's what I got out of that guy from the podcast is when he came on.
Yeah.
Just a guy that just, he cares about the noise. I just like what I'm doing. I'm just gonna stick to, head down and just do it.
Yeah.
And then next minute this guy, everyone likes this guy because he's the man. But I don't know. I'm just doing this anyway.
Hard out. And that's sort of like a blueprint that I sort of took from him, because I think back then I was just taking gigs because it was, I know this DJ that can play music for this amount, kind of thing. Whereas I wanted people to get me for my sound and the songs that I play, kind of thing. And my mixes, like, if you hear my mixes, that's sort of what I like to play, and that's what I want to play. Like, I don't want to come to your birthday and come play Eminem, because I don't have mixes of Eminem, you know, like.
Yeah.
So I started to really, like, almost pick and choose the gigs that if I knew I couldn't cater to it, I'll just be like, sorry, I'm busy.
See, that's a good thing as well, because if you're into like slow jam kind of sounds, a lot of people are.
Yeah.
A lot of people are.
Yeah.
Like, I think if it's got a fast backbeat, it'll be good for a nightclub.
Yeah.
But if it's like in the car or like at home, when you just have it on.
Yeah.
Hard
out. Yeah. I sort of slipped them in there at the club, like, where there's a fast song, and I could drop like Usher Let It Burn, because it's the sort of the same time.
Yeah.
But it's just halved. Yeah. But it's buzzy. Bro, I was just telling my sister just how different the crowds are now. Like, the younger generation, I feel like I'm DJing at a school ball, Whereas, I think when I was going out when I was younger, and my older cousins, we're sort of just dancing pretty cool or standing on the side.
Yeah.
Whereas these guys like take their shirt off and they're jumping in the middle, like.
Are they more crazy, right? Are they more wild?
Bro, yeah. Like, they want to party. They didn't care about trouble.
Yeah.
Like, they're just there to have a good time, I feel like.
I don't think I ever saw that when I was growing up.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Unless it was
There's heaps of the standing against the wall ones.
Yeah.
Standing against the wall, one leg up, and one leg down, your foot on the
in
wall.
the dark corner.
In the dark corner. Arms folded and you're shaking your head. But man, but I did remember like, yeah, there were places where you go to dance and then places where you go to drink.
Yeah.
But I think, see, I don't see any places that you can go have a dance now. Is there? Is there really? Like, I know, what's the place in Krew? Where that new building is, where 651 plays?
Oh, Trilogy.
Trilogy? That's
Yeah.
like a dance thing, is it?
Sort of. Like,
See, that's what I mean. There's no like the actual dance floor places anymore.
Yeah.
Like
so
back in the
that's what Orange is, where I'm at now.
Oh, where's that?
It's like on K Road as well. So with Outkast, we were at Trilogy with 651
Yeah.
first. That's when 651 got me in. And I was DJing with him at Trilogy. And then we got a new spot down the road. So Trilogy was like a
It's not open anymore.
nah. But it was like a restaurant by day and a shisha spot by night. But people would turn up for the music and dance. But it was just such a weird setting because it was half outdoors. But yeah, I feel like Outkast really brought the best out of that place.
Yeah.
And then we moved to Orange and some of the boys went there.
Whereabouts is Orange?
On K Road, you know where the old Scorpio and Barcio?
Yeah.
Barcio?
Yeah.
Around that area, next to the army shop.
Where Siki Bar used to be.
Yeah. A couple doors down from that, but it goes upstairs. And it's like a real nightclub setting.
All right.
Just like lights. Dance floor. Yeah, but it's just pretty cool seeing the younger generation come in and just party. It's different.
Yeah. Man, because man, I remember back in the days, just going out. Because it was back in those days in the late 90s. There were certain bars that you see around from West Auckland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was a number of bars like that.
Yeah.
And then there's bars where you don't know anyone.
Oh, true.
But then you go to the West Auckland bars. It's pretty cool. Just see everyone, and you can catch a ride home if you know.
True. I think I had one night. I remember you guys talking about second level. I went there once, but I couldn't really remember. So long ago.
What was that again? That was in
Gleneden. Yeah, in that little shopping centre.
That was spoilers.
I'm not
And
too
then
sure.
it was spoilers first, I think, and then second level after.
Yeah, that was a spot, eh? I think I was in high school that time. I just heard about it.
Well, back in the early 90s, the late 90s when we were going out, it was Q Club. You know where on Lincoln Road. You know where what's that food place where they cook it for you?
Oh, Genghis.
Yeah. You know Genghis on Lincoln Road?
Yeah.
There used to be a pool hall.
Oh, okay.
And
that was the spot?
That was the spot, like, for before you go out.
Oh, true.
Yeah. But it was like a rough place.
Oh, okay.
Like you only go there, like, you know.
With your head down.
Play some pool.
Yeah.
But the place to go back then was Miscues. Because they're the DJ there. And everybody went. Like, if on the Saturday night, it was packed.
True. Was that Westgate?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was in Westgate.
Oh, true.
And that was the place to go.
Yeah.
You meet up with everyone and everyone will go to town.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that's it's not that long of a drive to town.
From
it was
there.
next to the motorway.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. But I think there was a big massive fight and then they no more DJ.
Oh, true.
And it's been like that ever since. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. But those were all the days before Hangar.
Oh, yeah. I think Hangar was around my time. Yeah.
But there wasn't many out west.
Yeah.
Many places to go. Everyone went to town.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
There was that little the island spot in New Lynn.
Yeah. The tunnel.
That one. Yeah.
Was first. You know where Shooters? It was above Shooters.
Oh, okay.
In New Lynn?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was there.
Oh, true.
And then they had the one that hole happened there. The big massive
Yeah,
hole.
yeah. That's the one I was talking about that
Yeah.
I knew.
But before that, they were over there where shooters was.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was old days.
yeah.
Because I remember that's when the first there's RTDs, the first RTDs
Oh, yeah.
that came out. The purple guana and the
Yeah,
KGBs.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Man.
I didn't realize they were that recent. I thought they were an old thing.
Yeah. But I remember, the town was different. There was not much on K Road.
Oh,
The Islanders went down bottom of Queen Street.
Oh, true.
Yeah. There was the Bomb Shadow. There was a nightclub called the Bomb Shadow.
Oh, yeah.
Like that was a West Auckland place.
Oh, true.
Like you go there and you always see people.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm.
Yeah. But everything was sort of spread out. There wasn't much in Ponsonby.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it was like down at the viaduct. Everything was
yeah.
down there. But there was heaps of like techno places.
Oh, true.
Yeah, heaps of techno.
No, I don't really go out enough to know what spots are pumping or not. Just from other DJs' posts on social media. So I'll see how everywhere else is going, but I don't really go out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I did though, like especially back in those days. I really liked the music of then, say 2000 to maybe 2012 or maybe late 90s.
Well, the reason why we went out because we can drink and that, but man, to listen to the music too.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I was at school, like if you had a mixtape from somewhere,
Yeah.
you were the man, eh?
True.
Like everyone would want that tape, and
Yeah.
if you had a tape, you'll be showing off, eh? Like,
Yeah. There's one guy that I heard that was the man at that DJ Smooth.
Yeah.
Had a lot of mixtapes, and I was lucky enough to sort of make another online friend through that guy.
He was like the 651 of that time.
Oh, true.
Yeah, he was mean.
True.
That's Mutton. He was mean.
Yeah.
Hints and high. But man, those days, if you had his mixtape, it's just primo, man. Like,
Yeah.
you're the man playing in the car.
Yeah.
Everyone would be like,
True.
"Oh, can I grab that tape? Can I have that tape?"
I get what you mean, because 651 was exactly like that. Eh?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember he had this like Sipso, like his record label, all their songs, but it was a mixtape of their songs. And 651 made a mix, and that was like hard to get,
Yeah.
but you heard everyone have it. So that was the first time I heard his stuff, and then I couldn't believe that. Like we were boys, eh?
Yeah.
When I first met him, because I was really a fan of his work, bro.
Yeah.
Him and the licks. So the licks, like came out, like there was a Pretty Little Teen
Yeah.
remix that he did, and around that time, we were infrareding songs and Bluetoothing songs in school. So it was buzzy to hear his stuff and then meet him as well through the Krew. So that's probably the only guy I've met in person out of everyone is that guy. Oh, and the bro DJ WESWES, he played for the Tokes, but he's over in Oz now doing his thing, working there.
Who were the like did you guys look up to the DJs in Australia when you were?
Oh
when
yeah,
you're
bro, fresh off the boat. Yeah, bro, 100%. I think everyone was there. Everyone had a copy of this stuff, and I really liked what they did, how they could add songs together. So like, there was that Oh Happy Day remix with the buckets from Officially Missing. Right, that was such I had that on repeat for ages, just because I hadn't heard anything like it, especially with the drum beat.
Did you give a chance to go overseas and DJ to Australia?
Nah. With DJing, it was more of a on the side thing.
Right.
Whenever I can, it wasn't I'm good at this and I'm gonna try do everything I can to be better at it. I sort of just went with the flow with everything. With like my remixes, my cousin who lived near me had like a program on his computer, and he had heaps of songs, but he just never used his computer. So I'd go over and just stay on his computer all night and make remixes, but they were so shit, bro. Like yeah, they were mud as. But I was just, like you said, like if you do something for so long, you'll get better at it. And
how did you know they were mud? Did you think of it, or did other people say?
Nah, bro. If you heard them, it was like what we're gonna do here is go right back, and then explosion, then like stink. Even I knew it was stink, but because I was sort of sussing it out, I thought it was mean, but I'll keep it to myself. And then just sort of try to mimic the remixes that I heard. So a lot of like my style is like I do a lot of cutting in my remixes from other acapellas, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without all the stuff Six hooked me up with. But yeah, I think that's why I sort of bought into the new Krew as well, because it sort of suited the way 651 wanted the remixes to sound. Hence the name Cutman, because of all the cuts that we use, the amount of cuts we use.
So how does that Cutman Krew work, like, in terms of like you guys are a remix team? You guys just putting out remixes under that label?
Yeah, pretty much. And I think it was just to help, because it was 651's thing to, it was his idea to do. And I think it was to lift everyone's name as well, that I think he saw had potential in. And I know for sure, like, once we got caught into the Krew, like, we started banging out remixes quite a bit. And the quality of the remixes got better, I think, just because we wanted to prove, like, bro, we're part of Cutman with this guy 651 and the licks, you know, like, we didn't want to let the Krew down kind of thing. And so, yeah, I could say personally, like, my remixes have gone better over time, especially with the progression that 651's making with the type of stuff he made. So my latest mix is, so I took the blueprint from him, where he's sort of going in the same keys and then lifting songs to match the next song. But I did, yeah, it's a bit of like, reminds me of schoolwork.
Oh yeah.
Like writing it down and then seeing what fits where.
Yeah.
But again, bro, it comes down to his process. Like, he's got it sussed. He's got a list of 30 tracks and organized the way they're supposed to go. Whereas the way that I used to remix was like, oh yeah, that sounds cool. What's my next song? Track that. Oh shit, this would have gone better. Move that forward.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's what took me ages.
But you got the process all sussed out now? You have?
Yeah, but it's more like, I'd rather be doing something else
Oh yeah.
than sitting down and writing for my next mixtape kind of thing. So that's why I'm sort of like,
That's almost like you don't want to go to practice.
yeah,
You don't want to go training. You want to turn up on Saturday and play the game.
100%, bro. 100%. I'm smoking on the sideline. And what do you think of this, my performance? But yeah, bro, like, I think maybe now that I'm a bit older, I want to try sort of knuckle down with my my DJing, and
Especially when you say you've got your own style.
yeah,
You got your own songs, like the songs that you like.
yeah,
Like that you've made the identity of it.
yeah,
Like, see, your identity is the slow kind of jams, kind
yeah.
of songs, that
Yeah.
style, the
Yeah.
easy listening,
In your
R&B,
feels.
in your feels R&B, you know.
The way I would describe it is the songs that I listen to on the bus looking out the window. Because, bro, Caston to Ranui was such a long drive,
Yeah.
so I'll be listening, thinking about the girlfriend I never had.
Yo, man, well, that's part of your whole brand,
Yeah,
your
bro.
style, your identity. Like I said, like
Yeah,
So you develop that, and you work towards how to make that stand out from the rest.
Hard.
You know, like then people will say, "Oh no, that's the Slow Jam." Like,
Yeah.
go to him. Like, I want to be looking out the window in the rainy day. Or I just broke up with my missus. I need to listen to some of DJ Jackson.
Yeah, very hard. But yeah, bro, that like, I think that's my forte is the songs from my era. I think anyone that DJ'd would DJ best with the songs that they like, you know? And I think that's me, rather than being a DJ that can just play music for a 50th.
So are you more like you're in it for the sound and the vibe, or moving the crowd? Because that's like two different things. Because it sounds to me like you're the guy that you're in it for the vibe.
Yeah, like I want to set a vibe, but just by my name first, like they're coming because they know how I play, kind of thing, if you get my drift. But yeah, it's sort of hard being in the crew because we've got a sort of like a standard at the club that we gotta meet.
Oh yeah.
So I'll like incorporate my style for a little bit, play some songs here and there, but then gotta remember like these guys are young here.
Oh yeah.
Yes, the new generation is like into Afro beats and a lot of the faster songs from back in my time, like some Neo, Chris Brown. They really go off here. Some Vinga Boys. Those songs go off.
See, for me, Afrobeats sounds really different.
Yeah.
You know, when Six was explaining, he was doing these remixes, Afrobeats. I had to go and listen.
Yeah.
It didn't quite click on it because it's different.
100%.
If I was in Samoa, listen to it, it'll be different. It'll be jamming to it, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's like if that's the mood, if that's what the kids like these days.
Yeah.
You know, it's different.
I'll say like when I was growing up, a lot of the music that I was familiar with was everything that was on the radio. And then sort of the underground, not underground, but you know, like I feel like everyone was into the same thing with hip hop and R&B. But I think with the introduction of YouTube and Spotify, you don't have to listen to the radio anymore.
No.
Or you don't have to listen to Top of the Pops and
Yeah.
and like what they're trying to bash your ears with. But with the Afrobeats thing, I like, at first when I started to hear it, I said, bro, this is Southside music. Because I wasn't into it, and I don't think a lot of my friends were into it.
But you see the young kids are.
Yeah, now they're really embracing it. And even like dropping cultural songs like like it really goes off.
Yeah.
Like you just drop a little snippet. Whereas I don't know if I played that for like my uncle's generation or some of the older cousins, if they were in a club, I think they'd look at me sideways.
Yeah.
Back then in a nightclub, I think they went to listen to hip hop and R&B.
It's funny the changes in the generations,
Yeah, bro.
What they're into, what they're not into. But you're absolutely right. The technology changes too. So if no one's listening to the radio, no one's listening to the popular songs, and Spotify is the one that people listen to, because you don't have to worry about popular songs. Just go straight to the song that you like.
Hard.
So I guess that caters more to our generation, the older people.
Yeah.
Because if they don't get the songs now, they'll just go back to the old stuff on Spotify.
Yeah, hard.
Because even with the new songs, I wouldn't tell you what's new or what's good.
Yeah.
Like all I know is there's drill and there's like that. What's the like Miklos and all those that kind of style. Like I don't get that kind of rap music.
Yeah, hard. I think as well with
trap music, trap, drill. See, even drill, like I get it, but it's not. I'll go back to Notorious B.I.G. and
bro. The buzziest thing is listening to like Tupac hit him up, and you know that last bit, like how he's fuck my deep, fuck me. Like I always want, like, bro, this is so tough, like, and only Black Americans do this kind of thing. I wonder when the first Islanders, you know,
gonna do that style.
Yeah, like they're gonna kill you, or like, you know, whatever. And it wasn't maybe there was like garage songs that were made like that, but that's what I buzzed out about 1-4.
All right.
When they came out, I think it was more intriguing that they're the first ones to come out and say like, bro, I'll do this to you and stuff your whole team.
And the machete and
Yo,
all that kind of stuff.
It was so buzzy to hear Islanders talk like that, because, you know, like Savage, you know, like those guys wouldn't do that, I don't think. Maybe Colorway Records. But even then they were like, you know, like Young Sid and that. They're just like throwing up for the hood. Yeah. Kind of thing.
Depends what they talked about on their songs. Like, you're right. Young Sid and that talk about the hood.
Yeah.
They got songs about that, like what it's like to live there and how they were growing up.
Yeah.
Where, you know, there's the 1-4 comes up. But that whole drill music is about that, eh? It's about violence. It's about...
I think it originated in Chicago, eh?
Yeah.
Drill, when it was just about violence, bro.
Yeah.
Killing, what they'll do to their ops, kind of thing.
And then the UK, they grabbed onto it.
Yeah.
And they started doing it with their accent.
Yeah.
And then I think it came down to Australia, and they liked the UK's kind of vibe for drill music from Chicago, and then now Australia's
hard.
Islanders there.
And so that's an example of music that didn't even come on radio, mainstream radio, but made its rounds on social media.
Yeah.
And now they're popular as.
Yeah, man. You're right, man.
Yeah. So I think like even TikTok songs, the only thing with TikTok songs, now playing it in the club, like you gotta just play the part that everyone knows. And not let it run for too long.
Do you think TikTok's ruining music? Because, I mean, right now, I'm sick of those same TikTok songs that come on. Like that, Oh No, Oh No.
Oh, yeah.
That one, and even That's My Also, that one.
Yeah.
Sick of that. And the ones they play all the time on.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just going to be a matter of time before I'm going to be sick of the 651 on the radio.
Yeah.
You know, because it's going to be
so much, eh?
So much. Like,
I feel like it's a good thing initially.
Because it's a marketing thing, right?
Yeah. I feel like it's a good thing.
So do you think they're making these songs just for TikTok? Like having a hook where, TikTok will be blasting the hook every single time?
I thought about that, to be honest. Like, I wonder if they target like TikTok and make a catchy ass hook so that it could be used to get their numbers up.
Just see what kind of videos everyone's playing, and I make a song about something. The videos. Stitch up or something. The stitch up.
Yeah.
The chorus says stitch up, so it was stitch ups. They can use that song.
Yeah.
Or something like that. But technology, man, it's like I don't even know where music is going now. With social media, like we were talking about before, like the radio is not the one. Drill music came up without the radio. Like, what's next? You know? But I remember talking about the drill music before in Australia, just taking that and just the Australian accent.
Yeah.
You know, that sounds different, eh? But it worked.
Yeah.
It worked for them.
And I think a lot of what helped was reaction videos. Do you watch those?
Oh, yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. So it was buzzy seeing what like Americans and UK people thought about like our people and us rapping that way, kind of thing. And they had a positive reaction, bro. Like there a lot of the reactions that I watched were buzzing out, like all they think about of Australia's kangaroos and what's that guy that died? That does all the animals?
Steve.
Yeah, Steve Irwin.
Steve Irwin.
Yeah. Like they just thought of him. They're like, I didn't know they got down like that in Australia. So I think it was more interesting as well to them that the sound from the area, talking about killing and that, is coming from Australia.
But you see, how those Samoans and the Islanders in Australia singing drill music, doing drill music, and they keep their Australian accent, and it just goes with the music.
Yeah.
And it's different, but New Zealand was kind of scared to have New Zealand accent.
True way.
Like, it's more American accent until we get some guys. But when guys singing their own accent or rapping their accent, like like Dallas.
Yeah.
That guy, because he's hard out using the accent.
Yeah.
You know, you can tell, but at the time, to me, it sounded weird.
Yeah.
New Zealand
I
accent.
think was it semantics?
Oh, it was.
When I heard that, I was like, bro, this is so stupid.
Yeah. It was about
Not be sad, but yeah.
Yeah, the New Zealand accent, it didn't go with.
Nah.
It must be the style. Hey, style of rap.
Yeah. Hard.
Because drill is a certain style, but that accent goes with it, eh?
Yeah.
Like even that guy from Brisbane, his name's is it Lissie?
Yeah, Lissy.
Yeah, that accent.
Yeah.
He uses it hard. Oh, plus that is his accent.
Yeah.
But they're not afraid to
Flaunt today.
flaunt it. Eh.
Yeah. I don't know what it is about our accent.
And they use their own slang.
Yeah.
So I think it goes. That's why, like,
yeah, hard.
You know, and when we think about drill, we straight away think about the Australian accent, the Australian style.
Yeah.
1-4 and those guys.
Yeah.
You know? Because even Scribe, we had a bit of an American kind of...
Yeah. True way.
When he came out.
Have you heard of, I think his name's Tom Scott?
Yeah.
But he's mean at utilizing his Kiwi accent.
Yeah.
I really like the way he raps and storytells. I think even Mellow Downs and Diggy Dupe, like maybe the newer artists have found a way to find the medium between American and New Zealand accent.
Yeah.
And using New Zealand slang.
Yeah.
I think they cracked the code, like, whereas I feel like, and not being sad to all semantics, but I remember in school, like, everyone was laughing at that song. I can't even remember the song, but I was just like, it was cringe.
I remember we're teasing that they were saying the words like,
then started rapping other songs in a New Zealand accent and laugh.
Well, yeah, but I think, you know, we talked about Tom Scott and those guys, like, you know, they're still rapping now, but their style is old school,
Yeah,
old school East Coast style.
Yeah,
you know?
And I feel like you're right, bro. I feel like our accent suits that type of beat, that feel.
Yeah,
I don't know, like
Did you hear Tom Scott's freestyle on
New FM?
New FM?
Yeah,
that was mean, eh?
That was mean as. I loved it, bro. And I've been a fan. I think have you heard they got an album where it's like Monday to Sunday? Oh, bro, that's a pretty cool listen because he talks about what he does every day, and it's like a storytelling album.
Is that his album? Tom Scott's album?
Yeah. Oh, I can't remember what they were called back then.
Or was that when he was with a Homebrew?
Yeah, Homebrew.
Oh yeah.
With Homebrew. I was buzzy because my volleyball teacher, she was like, hey, I think you really like this. I listened to it, I was like, hey, why are you listening to this, eh? But yeah, now her son was into that kind of music, and she said that she thought I'd like it, bro. And that's the first album I heard of him and his crew. That's when I started to like them.
His delivery, eh? It's mean, eh?
Yeah, bro.
Like, there's something about it, eh? Like that. I can't explain how his delivery is, but that's the way it should be, eh?
Yeah,
know?
That's what I mean, bro. I feel like they cracked the code with using the New Zealand slang and accent.
Even Poetic, but he's got his American accent anyway. That's his real accent anyway.
Yeah. See, but he's more of a like the West Coast sound, eh? Like, yeah, I really liked what he did on the 685 song. That was mean. I think he suited that mean.
Yeah. And I think on the interview they were saying that he had to get him because he's 685. He's the one that put that number on the map.
True.
For everybody, you know.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people knew what 685 was as well.
Oh, gee.
For a bit.
I knew what it was ages ago because that's the number I always rang.
Yeah.
Every time he rings Samoa 685.
Yeah.
All the time. But so I thought it was cool when he was singing about it.
Yeah, hard.
Because I was thinking, man, that's mean because not so long ago, Ludacris came out with area codes.
Yeah.
And he used that. That's the area code. So that's the number for Samoa.
Yeah. Bro, the only way I knew about it was, back in the days, the Chinese singlets. Had Samoa in 685. I was like, hey. That's when I found out about that. Was like 2000s, when they were selling those. The Celtics colorway, but
it's interesting. It'd be cool to figure out, like, if there was a course on how to be a DJ in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Like, what would that course look like? Like, who would be there teaching the kids how to DJ? Because there will be other things involved, not just DJing how to make songs, but how to cater for the crowd. And if the crowd changes their style or changes their sort of changes their taste, why does it change their taste?
Yeah.
Is it what part of social media allows kids these days to change their taste or not go to? Is it that's so interesting how you said people don't go to the radio anymore?
Yeah.
Because how did the radio know that's the number one song or now? When
I think it was like album sales,
Yeah.
I think actually I don't know.
Or downloads on Spotify.
Yeah, I think now that they take all that into account, but back in the day, I think it was more album sales,
So what impact do DJs do now? Especially with Cutman Krew, what impact do you guys have for music now? Putting out your homemade remixes out there? But see, the thing is, you guys are at the clubs, playing these remixes.
Yeah.
So these people in the nightclubs are seeing a version of the song they will never hear anywhere else.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing. See, that's cool,
Yeah, bro.
Like all of your remixes, that's the only place you can hear it.
Yeah, hard, and that's what inspired me about 651 is that people wanted to listen to his stuff rather than needing a DJ. Like they'll pay the money for him to listen to what he made, and that's what I wanted to go for. But I'm too busy smoking on the sideline. Smoking on the sideline, but I want to play NRL.
Nah, man, I know what you're saying, man, because, man, I'm like that too, man. Like, always thinking of other things all the time, you know?
Yeah.
But even with this stuff, like, I love doing this, you know? I love talking to people. I love it, man.
Yeah, bro. I enjoy your content, bro.
Thanks,
especially the Empty the Clip.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's just cool listening to you guys just talk about anything and everything.
We're just talking shit there.
Yeah. Actuals there. I remember hearing a episode and you were talking about one of the bros, I don't know his name, but talking about his job at BP and some of the stuff he's gone through. So like, bro, that's why I told my cousin, bro, it's like listening to some older cousins. Just talk. But it's cool because I like listening at work.
Yeah.
It sort of just gets me through my day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, man, that's been fun,
Yeah.
Because I listen to podcasts anyway. I listen to other podcasts.
Yeah.
And when I first started this, like, it was like, man, it'd be cool if we did our own one.
Yeah.
You know?
Hard out.
And now we're doing it. It's like so fun,
That's mean. That's mean.
Plus, back then, like, I wanted to listen to stuff around here.
Yeah.
You know, our own people, our mates, how we talk and that.
Yeah.
Like, but there was nothing out there.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't.
There was only radio podcasts and stuff like that, but, you know, it wasn't the same. You wanted to hear, like, some real...
Yeah.
Like, we don't apologize for what we say. Like, it can't be wrong. It doesn't matter. If we're wrong, go look it up on the internet. Well, we're not looking up anything, man.
Yeah, bro.
We're just talking off the top of our head. Like, we don't know.
Yeah.
You know?
It's cool, like, listening to, like you said, bro, our own people, and the way we talk. I feel like, as well, we're like our own country out west compared to central and south side and east. But,
absolutely, man. Yeah.
But there's no one really, like, waving the West flag, I feel like everyone's so proud to be from out south, from central, but when people crack it, no one's really saying West,
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, bro. That's me. That's my feelings. I feel like when, say, like some warriors from Otara, they're so proud to be from Otara, but people from out west, you don't really know who's from out west, unless someone tells you.
I haven't noticed that. Man, I should.
Yeah, well, I feel like it.
Yeah.
I'm always surprised that people that, like, that say went to Avondale, went to Liston, but they're playing NRL. And it's only the people that are in the know that sort of knew where he's from. Whereas other people, I think, they rep Southside hard out, Mangri, Tara. Yeah. Maybe Kelston's the closest thing to West, you know, that people rep. But no one's saying, like, Henderson hard.
No one's saying Sala to Peninsula. Tap pen.
One way in, one way out.
Now, I don't really have growing up, I never really had a relationship with South Auckland.
True.
I had one set of cousins there.
Yeah.
But that was it. We never really went over them
True.
much.
Yeah.
You know, but we always have this thing, West versus South.
Yeah.
Like they won't come over here and we just joke. And I won't go over there. I need to see my auntie and that kind of stuff. That kind of banter.
Yeah.
But I never had heaps of family in the South, so we always went there. Only time we went south was go to the airport to pick up family or drop off family, and, you know.
True that, yeah.
I just had one auntie in South, that was it.
Yeah.
And my cousins there, and that was it.
Bro, do you have any ties to Central? Like aunties and uncles that sort of stayed there before?
Oh yeah, no, when we all came, we were in Ponsonby.
Yeah.
So when I was actually born, we were living in Ponsonby.
True.
Yeah.
That's no, the reason why I ask is because it's hard to find many people that aren't tied to Ponsonby and Greyland or that area in Central Auckland, Mount Albert.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just buzzy to know. I'm sort of shocked when someone says, "No, I don't know. Like my family, I don't have family from Central."
Oh, true.
Yeah. But it's cool to know.
There's still some other families still haven't sold their house. Still there. Still.
My grandparents are still on Franklin Road.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. I think
Franklin?
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You know how much money that cost?
Hard.
Damn.
Buzzy, yeah. So they've been there for ages, bro. For ages. So it's not. Are
they still alive?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's not my
That's only a gold mine.
They
Don't sell that ever, man.
try to get on the wall. Nah, but it's my mum, when she came from the islands, she got adopted into that family. So it's her mum's sister, and so they're all I ever knew. But yeah, my grandparents, they're still there, bro.
Damn.
My mum went to Ags.
Franklin.
Yeah.
Damn.
So whenever we're there, bro,
Do they have lights too? And they have the Franklin lights?
I think they bro, you might have to Google this, but I think they got a letter from council, bro. Like now that it's a public attraction,
Yeah.
like you have to do the lights.
You have to now.
Yeah.
What?
This was a couple years ago though. I remember them saying like it's because they live there, but I think they get like a discount on power or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting, ain't it?
Yeah, that's a buzzy thing to know, eh?
Oh, you're forced to put lights.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the only black house in
Islanders.
like dark house. There's all these lights and then, hey, there's a visible house. Like, there's nothing.
I think, bro, there was this one time we the church that I went to at the time, our minister was like, "Oh, would your grandparents be all good?" Like, asked my parents, "Would your grandparents be all good if our choir came and sang?"
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we sang in the like they got a little carport.
Yeah.
We sang in that. I'm pretty sure we won the Franklin Road competition.
Shit. Nah, that road is a famous road in Auckland now.
Yeah. For the Christmas lights, eh? Yeah. So it was really.
And they've just done that road up, the new roundabout and the new cycle lane.
So it was annoying trying to get there during Christmas time.
Oh.
Because we used to like park on the walkway because there's no parking.
True. Nah, sure, that's a primo piece of property.
Yeah, bro.
And man, you know what? I'm really happy that Islanders own it.
Yeah.
You know? Wow, that's mean, man.
Yeah,
that's
bro.
So
I get so I get in my feels, bro, when I drive through Ponsonby and you see how close the houses were built, a little piece of land. And I'm like, bro, like I can't believe they squeezed us into this. Like my parents were saying, like, bro, there used to be like so many rats like
Yeah.
running around Ponsonby. It wasn't anywhere you wanted to be, and now like they found a way to, you know, get us all out, and they've done up the houses now and
Yeah, exactly.
made it such a nice place.
There's a name for it. It's called what's it called?
Gentrification.
Gentrification.
Eh?
Yeah, gentrification. And what happens? It's on. Have you seen
Boys in the
Boys in
Hood?
the Hood?
Yeah.
Just that little talk, eh?
Yo.
Like what they do is they make the properties, they make the area real cheap and real. They make it real shit, so people move out. And then they buy it cheap. Then they can bring it up. That's exactly what happens supposed to be. But so when I was born, my parents lived behind St. Paul's.
Oh,
the street
okay.
behind
Yeah.
behind
Where
St. Paul's.
the green shed was. Or no?
Not that side, the other side. If you
Oh,
go,
okay.
Oh, you know Maris Primary at the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, behind Maris Primary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a street.
True.
It's called Trinity Street.
Oh, okay.
We used to live there.
True.
And then because my mom's sister, she lived on College Hill.
Oh, okay.
On College Hill Road. They lived there. And then I think they offered the nice house at West.
Yeah.
So my auntie moved to Ranui, and we moved to Ranui, but the house was like 20K.
True.
Yeah. Brand new house. So that's why we moved.
Yeah.
And I remember me and Isaiah we always joke around. Man, imagine our parents had the choice, south or west.
Yeah.
And they were about to go south, but they came west.
Yeah.
It was like, we'll be different people.
Hard, eh?
But they will joke around with, man, lucky they chose west. Man, thanks, mom, dad, thank you. Oh, man, it's crack up, man.
Yeah, bro. I love West, bro. I sort of, like with my growing up, like, you know, our West Harbour and then coming in, living in Ranui and busing to Cowston. Then we moved out New Lynn. Like I sort of got to experience living area, bro. I love West there.
Yeah, man. Born and bred, man. Born and bred here. Born somewhere else, bred here. But I remember when we moved in, like growing up, there was hardly any houses. Like there was no Waitemata Drive.
Oh, yeah.
There was all those houses weren't even there.
True.
It was orchards.
Yeah.
Heaps of orchards.
Far.
Afton Place was there.
Yeah.
But then after Afton Place was all orchards.
Far
Until you get to Ranui Primary.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then Ranui Shops.
Yeah.
But from Ranui Shops down towards Bahari, it's all orchards.
Damn.
Bahari Drive was there.
Yeah.
But there was nothing in between Bahari and the Ranui Shops.
And even now they're still building, eh? Like,
Yeah.
bro, that's so buzzy.
Mm.
Even in our area, so from Pooks, there's that road that connects, off Metcalfe. Rather than turning right to Pooks, you turn left and it connects you to Palomino. Yeah, we lived in that area when it was sort of first developed too.
Oh, just over here?
Yeah. But there were no houses across the road. And yeah, bro. It's buzzy. We used to play like Tiggy in the unbuilt houses, like on the scaffolding.
Do what you gotta do.
Hard.
Yeah. Shucks. So, Orange Bar, you at now?
Yeah.
You know, back when you first started doing the clubs, the one in Ponsonby?
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
It was, so that's how I got into, sort of got my footing with Outkast, because we were DJing there, and I was probably there for maybe a year, a couple of months, 6 months to a year before Outkast came and took over. I don't know what happened because I was sort of just under one of the other DJs that was organizing. And then Outkast came and I was sort of still DJing with Outkast. And then that bar closed because of all that stuff in the news.
What bar was it? Was it
the Three Brothers. But it was just like random stuff. Like it was too close to neighboring properties.
What was that? What were the neighbors complaining about people
Yeah.
taking a shit on the road and stuff like that?
I don't know if that was true or what, but yeah, that was in the Herald. And so they had too many complaints, I think, so they closed it down.
Oh yeah.
And
What was
then
that one further up and at the lights at the top of Franklin?
yeah, Little Easy.
Little Easy.
Yeah.
Because that closed down, eh?
I don't know if it closed down. I think they just stopped doing.
Because that was pumping.
Yeah,
And then next minute it stopped.
yeah. I think there was a like a shooting outside the club.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. There's a shooting there. And I think it went a bit. Either it went quiet or they stopped doing club nights and just stuck to being like a bar kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure they're still open, but they're not the way it used to be, packed and a line. Yeah, I think they just do like private functions. But so when that closed, those guys went to a club called Black, and bro, that was like a freaking movie. Like the floor was like had lights, the walls had lights. It was something like from America, bro. But then they had some licensing issues there too, I think, and they had to close down. So they opened a new bar. The owners there opened Orange. So they went from Black to Orange.
Oh. So the owners, you just phoning the owners. The owners just, just taking you with you.
Yeah, the Outkast crew.
Oh yeah.
And then from Black they were at Trilogy. And then I got into Trilogy with 3651. Put in the good word, and then I had a meeting with them.
Yeah.
Played for them, and then they were all good. Asked me to come on board, and fuck, it's probably been one of the best decisions for my career, especially because when we're at Harry's, there was only like 2 or 3 of us. So
where's Harry's again?
Oh, it's that same place on Ponsonby, the Three Brothers.
Yeah.
But people they also like the street name. So the Three Brothers, there was like 3 rooms. And it was like Harry, Jack, and George. But people just knew it as Harry's.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways. Fuck, what was I up to?
Went back to Harry's.
Oh, fuck, sorry, bro. I think I had too much. But anyways, I got my foot in the door of Outkast.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. So at Harry's, there was only like 2 or 3 of us. And you would have to do a whole night, bro. Or the whole weekend if the other DJ wasn't available.
Oh,
yeah. So that sucked, bro.
Yeah.
Whereas with Outkast, like there's 5 or 6 of us. And if you need the weekend off, you can't make it. Like there's other DJs to cover.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I feel like that's the coolest, one of the best benefits of it, rather than having to turn up every weekend and miss some crucial events, weddings and stuff like that, birthdays.
And then they just paid that DJ that came on that night.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I really enjoy being with Outkast, especially learning, bro, from one of the OGs. Yeah.
So how many DJs from out west?
I think I'm the only one, bro.
Oh yeah.
It was me and Six.
Yeah.
But Six, he's gone and done his own thing. I think focusing more on. Oh, actually, I'm not too sure. But he's not with Outkast anymore. He's still tight with the boys, but I think he just stepped away and focused on his own stuff. Yeah.
Because he's been killing it off selling those mixtapes, eh? Damn.
That's what I mean, man. By like freaking, he's got his processors so he can bang out mixtapes. Like he's done like 7, 8.
He's done heaps.
Yeah, bro. In a year. Whereas before, like fuck, I know for sure like it was a struggle for him. On the older programs that he had, like it'll be like 1 or 2 a year. If that. But now like he's using like a program that music producers use.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro. So it's sort of like
he's creating
so
his own
convenient.
backbeat.
Yeah. Like just Oh, bro, I can't explain, but it's just so much easier, I feel.
Yeah.
And he told me, like, bro, you can come over and I'll teach you. But again, I'm too busy smoking. Glory to God. No. Yeah, I watched that Stephen.
Yeah.
What a sad guy. Glory to God. I cracked up at that line, bro, because I know heaps of people. Fuck your mean ass. Oh, what a sad guy.
What do you think about that guy, Steven? Have you seen his rap battle videos?
Yeah, I like not really his stuff. I didn't really follow the New Zealand like battle league. I think it was that PFAC.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's when I started getting a bit interested because he sort of bought like the American style. Like again, bro, I think that guy cracked the code with mixing, New Zealand with American culture. But before that, it might have been a bit cringe. But yeah.
Yeah, that was an interesting podcast with Steven.
Yeah, bro.
Because I know everybody knew him because of his TikToks.
Yeah.
And whether you're angry at what he said or not, or your reaction was like, oh, this asshole, or whatever it was, he put heaps of people like talking about what he was saying, all the reactions on that. So you can't really get a full get to know this guy like from his TikToks. So that's the reason why I want him to come on and just have a chat, because it's so people can understand where he's coming from.
Yeah, bro.
Because you can't really do it in that 2-minute little video clips.
And I don't think people will give him the time of day. Like,
No.
If he came out and made a video about the truth kind of thing, like, I think he'll just get trolled. The internet's a fucking funny place, eh? Like, I love reading comments on TikTok, bro. I'll freaking die.
Like, you know what's funny? Comments, the New Zealand Herald comments.
Oh, true.
Any story, the comments on New Zealand Herald on Facebook.
Yeah.
Crack out, man. And people don't realize it's your real name on Facebook.
That's like, bro, some people with their confidence on Facebook, I'll buzz out like that they can even say that kind of stuff. Because like you said, it's your real name.
Yeah.
Whereas I think TikTok is a bit more brutal, because people can hide behind the usernames.
Yeah. Oh, that's Twitter.
Oh, true.
I don't think New Zealand's really into Twitter like America is.
Yeah.
Like it's big over there in America.
True.
But it's like a weird version of TikTok.
True.
But I think it's worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never got into Twitter. I never really had the
it's hard to crack into Twitter, even if, because we're here in New Zealand, it's not really big. True. It's only TikTok, Facebook, Instagram.
But were you on Twitter for a bit?
Have
you been on it for ages, like years?
I'm on Twitter, since 2009.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bro, I got a cousin.
Yeah.
Apparently he was quite famous. A guy, Mr. Rackham.
Mr. Rackham?
Yeah. Oh, no, then he must not be that famous. Apparently he was a bit controversial on Twitter, yeah.
But see, there's heaps of people that's controversial.
True,
yeah.
True.
Because, Twitter, there's no rules on there.
True.
If people think there's rules, but it's not. Because you can see porn on there.
True.
Yeah, you can post anything you want.
Oh, yo.
That's hard out. Like, you can do, like... It's funny, because they ban hate speech.
Yeah.
But they put, like, other stuff on there. Hey, shouldn't you ban this?
True.
Yeah, it's not...
Oh, that's buzzy.
It's buzzy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a free-for-all. So you can, like, actually... Because it's known for, like, people hiding behind the name.
True.
And going hard at someone.
Yeah.
Like, to cancel them or say bad stuff. Because you can say, like, real bad stuff.
Yeah.
And it just gets lost in the Twitter universe,
True.
It's just one tweet and it goes.
Yeah. Nah, fuck, I never got into it, bro. Into Twitter.
Yeah. It's pretty rough, It's pretty raw.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's the rawest one.
Yeah.
Out of all the social media platforms.
True.
I think TikTok is second.
Yeah.
And then Facebook and then Instagram.
Yeah. Twitter must be the place to go there now. I might have to sign up and have a read, because I actually have a mean laugh at the TikTok comments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. But nah, Steven Setsu. That's his name, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a good laugh watching his, because when I'm scrolling through TikTok, sometimes his lives pop up, his videos pop up, and then a bit of the controversy there. So I that's when I started to know who he was.
Yeah.
But I actually listened into that podcast because I wanted to know, like
Yeah.
like what you said.
Yeah. And
that
that
guy
was the
was
reason.
Yeah.
So after listening to the podcast, what's your assessment on Mr. Setsu? Is it the same as what you think when you're scrolling through him on TikTok?
Nah, I had a better understanding
Yeah.
of where he was coming from. But bro, you know how you go through TikTok videos, and I saw this other guy like criticizing him, like, I understand what he's saying, but where's his business?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where's his successful business? But you can't say he's wrong, eh? Like,
Nah.
what he's saying is right, but
I mean, I don't agree with him. I agree with some of what he says. I disagree with some of what
Yeah.
he says. Like, I'm not like all
Yeah.
disagree or don't agree sort of thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
he had some valid points,
Yeah, yes, he did.
but I feel like maybe some of the things I don't know if our people are like that, eh? Like, that harsh approach.
Yeah.
I
No,
don't
he's Western world influenced. Like
Yeah,
like all of
true,
us.
eh?
Like
True,
all
eh?
of us, you know.
Yeah, bro.
That Western world feel. But it's funny because I reckon that people like Steven or even other people, like there's that new guy that's doing this stuff too, that Kiss the Floor guy.
Oh
You
yeah,
seen
with the
that?
tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was saying, put the flags down, we lost.
Yeah.
His latest one.
True.
I think he took it off.
Oh, true.
But he's another one guy doing that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I think that's what just social media is, eh? Social
Yeah,
media
bro.
is for anyone to do this sort of thing.
Hard.
And if you don't like it, well, that's social media for you. What are you gonna do about it? Like,
Yeah.
you can't. You're not the police of social media. You
Hard
know?
out. Exactly. And that's what I feel about it too. Like,
Yeah,
people are so in their feels about what someone says, but they've got no weight behind their words, eh? Like,
yeah.
I mean,
Or they're just using social media what they're supposed to be done for.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be used for.
yeah.
To answer back.
Yeah.
I mean, what, like, say, so for example, if I didn't like what someone said on social media and I went on their page and did a comment,
Yeah.
"Oh, you asshole,
Yeah.
you can't say that." What is that gonna do?
Hard, eh?
But make TikTok more,
yeah.
get more likes or get more reactions.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's all about. The
Yeah.
more reactions you get, the more TikTok gets probably gets the clicks. The more clicks,
True, eh? Yeah.
it's the platform that wins.
Yeah.
That's what platform wants.
Yeah.
You know, I think people are so in their feels about what I said, we forget that that's the object of the platform,
Yeah.
for you to react.
True that.
It wants
eh?
you to react. It wants you to hate or not or like.
Yeah.
Because if you don't hate or like, then you're not gonna do anything. Well, what's the use of the platform?
Yeah. Just interactions, eh?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
building the platform, eh?
Yeah, yeah,
That's a buzzy take on it.
yeah.
Because like I don't even think of the platform, like I think of the person first.
Yeah, that's
Like,
right. That's right. But if you
before-
understand how the
Yeah.
platform works and how social media works, because that's what social media is.
Yeah.
Because if you think of every single platform, how do they make their money? They make their money from people clicking.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what you do, as long as you're clicking. Whether you're
True.
clicking you hate, clicking you like.
Yeah.
If 1,000 people hate what someone says, 1,000 people are gonna click. The platform cares about the clicks.
Yeah.
You're gonna get 1,000 clicks on the haters. That's what they want.
Yeah. True that.
If no one clicks, then it's not worth it.
Yeah.
So the platform wins, because what happens is the platform will get all that information
Yeah.
and say, oh, you know what? Our platform gets this how many clicks we get.
Yeah.
$1 million to advertise your thing on our platform.
True.
You know?
Does that guy get paid though from TikTok, Steven?
I don't know. I don't know how
Oh.
TikTok works.
True.
I don't think users get paid on TikTok.
Oh, true.
But do they?
I don't know. I don't know.
Is it like Twitch or something? Have you been on Twitch? Have you did the whole
Nah.
DJ Twitch thing?
Nah, I've seen it. Me, bro, I'm a real like shy person. So I'm like, even on my social media, bro, like I don't put myself out DJing or Yeah, I don't think I could get onto Twitch, to be honest. Yeah. Even my live DJing, bro, I could say like I'm not really the best, bro, to be honest. Like I've still got room for for improvement. But nah, I just don't feel like I'm sort of worthy enough to get on live and do that. Because yeah, bro, I haven't put in the hours, to be honest. I think I'm one of those guys where my talent sort of carries me
Yeah.
and I don't put in the work.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, bro, honest to God, like my DJ gear, like just sits in the garage, and when I have a gig, yo,
Oh yeah.
or when I need to download a song, oh yeah, get this, and then I'll go to the club. But I'm not like on Monday, like, oh yeah, what's my set gonna be this week? Yeah. Whereas I know there's people out there that really take it serious and try sort their crates out. Bro, I've got like crates from when I first started, like my cousin's wedding crate from 2017 is still sitting in my folders. Yeah, bro. I'm real unorganized with that stuff, and I feel like that's sort of the story of my whole life, bro. Like league and that, if I just trained a bit better, maybe I could have been a bit better. Or school, work, if I applied myself a bit more. Well, I just feel like I was just into too much things, bro, that I never got into really focusing on one thing. That saying, I heard Floyd Mayweather say like a jack of all trades but a master of none.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I sort of got like my hand in a lot of things, but I'm not the best at it.
So why you named DJ Jack? 'Cause you're jack of all trades, myself.
Nah, bro, the name that. So you know how I had my cousin.
Yeah.
I went to his house and I was just going through all the sound effects, and he had Mortal Kombat sound effects. Yeah, bro.
Got the armsy.
Yeah, like all of their names, but whatever wins, Jax wins. I was like, oh yeah, Jax. I'll just take that, cut out the wins.
Use that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I've never been able to find that sound effect.
Oh,
I wish I had it. Nah, but because
how'd you get it on YouTube?
I'm not too sure, bro. The last time I checked, and this is like I said, bro, I haven't checked in a long time now. But the last time I checked, it would have been like late 2000s. Like I couldn't find it, bro. So I haven't used it again. But that's where he had dragged the sound, because he had the game on his computer. He dragged the sounds folder from where the game was and put it into sound effects, which was pretty smart of him. But I haven't found that sample since. And that was back in the days.
Because that's something anonymous.
Yeah, I've heard of him. Yeah.
I think his name is Matthew. He lives out of South Wales.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a music producer, but he was a piano player at church.
True.
So he grew up a muso church, but now he's led into producing music. Now he's like a producer that deals with sound effects.
True.
Like he produces sound effects. So man, and that's a job too for the movies and stuff.
Yeah.
Like how they go out there and get sounds, birds chirping or stuff like that, and they use those sounds for the movies.
Yeah.
So they sell it back to the movies.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Bro, that's something that I would have been interested in, But like my parents, they like when I told them I wanted to be a DJ full time, I wanted to do it full time, like, and I was thinking like, I want to be DJ Seville on 88.6. This is my full time job. But like I don't think they knew any DJs like that. Yeah. They just knew the DJs from the rugby league club, like, now these guys just do it for the side hustle.
Yeah.
You can't be a DJ. So I sort of like.
But now, it's changing that way.
Yeah, bro. 100%.
You can make a living out of it.
Yeah, bro. And I was listening to DJ Noises. He went on a podcast with these guys. I think, have you heard of the Western Conference?
Oh, I think I've vaguely heard of it.
They're like this guy's an American Samoan. So he's doing what you're sort of doing with the Westies or, Islanders, but with the Islanders in America.
Yeah.
And he had, I think it was Kenyon Brown and DJ Noise while they were over there. But he was saying sort of the same thing, where his parents said, nah, like it's a side thing. But he just carried on. I think that's, not saying that I'm a DJ Noise, but I feel like he got the support a bit where like they saw it was working. Whereas me, like, as soon as they said, nah, it's a side thing, I sort of stopped that dream.
Well, that comes from, when our parents say that, those kind of things. Like, I know my parents, all they knew for us kids, lawyer or doctor.
Yeah.
Those are only two things, lawyer or doctor.
I don't.
So we don't know any other thing that, what will make our parents happy. And anything less will be, not what our parents wanted us to be, like a lawyer or doctor. But see, we would play games in there, but you never think that games would, in the future, be something you can make a living from.
Hard.
And we talked about Australian drill music, and that just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
See? 1-4 came out of nowhere. I mean, 1-4 took something that no one knows, made it popular, and now they're,
Yeah.
and they made it. So it's something from out of scratch,
Hard,
something out of the blue. When we talk about Six, like what he's done, like he's created a culture, and just adapted his style to that culture.
Yeah.
Now everybody's into it.
Yeah.
Like he's built it. Like if there's nothing there, make it and they will come.
Yeah.
Sort of thing, right?
Hard out.
Yeah. It's not mainstream. It's not from radio. It's not from the popular sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because
even the way that we remixed, like I don't think a lot of people were cutting the way that 651 and the looks were. I feel like they were pioneers in terms of that style of cutting. No, actually, maybe Smooth and number one. Oh well, what was his name? Daywalker back then, and then these guys just blew it up. 651. But that was like a sort of style that was no one really. It was just them that really did it, eh? I feel like Daywalker and Smooth, and then 651 and the looks just brought this new flavor to it.
Yeah.
And a new generation too, because they were, Smooth was a bit older. And then inspired people like me and Sick with a Krew, and everyone's doing these types of cuts. But I don't know where it was like sort of, I feel like it was them that did it.
I think you've got your own space too.
Yeah.
You've got your own space where you can actually work towards making that your identity that everyone knows,
Hard out.
like we said before. So is there something that crossed your mind, like to take it further? Like you always say, I'm gonna just have a cigarette and
Yeah.
but is it gonna be a turning point in your journey where you're gonna, or are you doing it now? Or you're gonna
I
go
feel
hard
like
out 100%?
I'm transitioning into that maybe side of my DJing because I'm getting a bit older, and because sports, I love sports, bro.
Yeah.
I like being active, even like in the gym, like trying to go gym. A lot of that takes up my time, and I feel like I'm starting to not be bothered with that stuff. Whereas I'd rather be maybe on the computer, making mixes and stuff. But yeah, bro, it's I for sure know that's like one of my strengths is that era of music, and the way that 651 mixes. I don't know anyone else that's making mixtapes the way he is. Besides, not to like blow my own horn, but that last one that I made, I feel like is probably one of the closest things maybe to something that 651's made.
Can I hear it?
Yeah, bro, it's on SoundCloud.
Is it? Oh,
yeah. It's called High School Feels.
High School Feels.
Yeah, and I don't know if you...
Is that one that took 4 months?
Yeah, bro. It took me ages. And the only reason why I got back to it was because lockdown.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So I had like done maybe 3 songs worth, and that was probably like 4 minutes. So I was listening to that 4 minutes for 3 months, 2 months, and then lockdown hit, and I decided to finish the rest of it.
Were you in that situation like Six where he quit his job to do DJing, and then next man lockdown happened?
Nah, bro, I was lucky. I work at like in the office, so we just ended up working at home for pretty much 2 years, bro. Like, and we're still working from home today.
Oh,
yeah, which is pretty cool. So I was like, I feel like for me, lockdown was a bit of a blessing, especially having my daughter. Now I got to like spend so much time with her that I wouldn't have being in the office. The only thing with that is that like it started stuffing up my hours because they didn't really monitor the times we worked.
all right.
So I'll be like with my family all day and then work at night.
But you're still at home, so they're probably for to save money with the power and
hard.
all that kind of stuff.
Hard. So now we're just doing two days in the office.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 3 days at home. Yeah. But I've opted to go into the Henderson office. Because again, bro, I'll just be working and then, oh, can you get a milk? And oh, can we go to the park? By the time I check, oh, frick, it's 5 o'clock and I'm working till 12.
Well, it must suit your schedule doing the DJing, eh?
Yeah, bro.
Because you're at home and you can just you can just say work from home on Friday, so you can have that time to prepare for your gig. Huh?
Yeah, but yeah, I started to not really like it because then it started to interfere with like my sleeping pattern.
Oh yeah,
like I wouldn't be sleeping for long because my daughter will wake up at like 8, 7:30, but I just went to sleep at like 2. Kind of thing.
You must be lucky that it sounds not 24 hours like the old days.
Yeah, bro.
No, man.
I remember the time, like, I just caught the end of it where bars were closing at 6.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it changed. But yeah, bro, I'm so happy for DJing. Like, fuck, a 4-hour set is a bit of a push. Yeah. Just standing.
Yeah. I think, just listening to you say how you like sports.
Yeah.
Man, I love sports too, man.
Yeah.
I love it. And I think there's one thing I want to take the podcast to, especially for next year. Like do more sports stuff.
True.
Yeah.
I think for me, I never really like watched a lot of sport. I was those guys that always wanted to go to the park and
play
and just throw the ball around.
Yeah, I'm more like I watch sports.
Oh, true.
Yeah. But I like keep saying like basketball, American football.
Yeah.
I've been now that rugby league and rugby's over. Been following the NBA and the NFL.
True.
Yeah. So I enjoy that.
Yeah. Oh, me.
And plus I like the sports culture.
Yeah.
The American sports culture.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things. One of my impossible goals for the podcast is to try to create a similar sports culture in New Zealand.
Yeah, bro.
Or even in New Zealand, because we don't have hard out sports culture. Because that I just read in the paper that they've cancelled the New Zealand Sevens.
Oh, true.
Out of the circuit.
True.
Yeah, so no more New Zealand.
Oh.
So we're not going to have any more Sevens.
Damn.
And that's a big blow because it all went downhill after they stopped alcohol at the Wellington Seven.
Yeah.
Because that's why.
True.
That's why
I
no
remember
one
it
came.
being like a party. Eh?
It was a big party, man.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of atmosphere we need for sports, man.
Yeah.
You know, even though 90% of the people in the crowd didn't care about the games.
Yeah.
It was just that kind of atmosphere, man.
Yeah.
You know? Just a party kind of atmosphere. And then they cancelled no alcohol and no one came.
True.
And then they moved to Hamilton.
Yeah.
And now they're not going to have it at all. And that's a shame because the Black Ferns that won the World Cup, that was a big deal for us. And now they got rid of the Sevens and no Sevens here.
Hard, eh?
You know?
Especially it being like one of the top sports in New Zealand, eh? Like one of the better sports compared to others. That's positive that they cancelled it.
Yeah. So I'm all for like the whole rivalry thing. I'm all for the trash talking.
Yeah.
I'm all for it,
Yeah.
because that's part of the sports culture. That's how you bring it up.
Hard.
You make people proud of their team. You make people passionate about their team.
Yeah, bro.
You do that, people are gonna spend money on their team.
Hard.
Like, there's no point in saying, "Oh, you can't say that. You can't. Don't say that. You're sad."
But I feel like that'll be a New Zealand thing, bro.
It is New Zealand thing, and that's like
they'll shut it down, Like,
and that's what I want to change.
Yeah,
like, I want to change that because just yesterday I looked on social media because they had the New Zealand Breakers.
Yeah,
they lost against the Wildcats.
Yeah,
the Peau Wildcats. Did you hear about that story?
I saw, but I didn't get it. What?
So the social media team for the New Zealand Breakers, they were like getting smart to ex-breaker guy, Corey Webster.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they put a picture on the screen, Corey Webster's face equals and a cat.
Oh, true.
Like a pussy cat.
Yeah.
It was just, a little bit of banter.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't play for Breakers anymore, he plays for Perth Wildcats. So he exploded in the fourth quarter and he scored like heaps of points and he killed them.
True.
Yeah. So, but then the comments were like, "Oh, see, that's what happens if you're sad. You know, how can you say that? How can you do that to Corey? Like, he won us the champ."
True.
But I didn't agree with any of that.
Yeah.
Because it's part of the whole bloody
banter
and all that. That's what you're supposed to do.
It hypes. It makes you want to watch the game even more,
There's a reason why Corey Webster exploded in the fourth quarter. Because you got smart to him. Yeah. And that's what we want.
Yeah, hard out.
Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
It's exciting to see, like, whatever happens from it, Like, you could blame the trash talk that they lost or blame it that they won. But regardless, it's like you said about TikTok, it's a reaction,
Yeah, it's a reaction.
Yeah, that people will buy into. You're right, bro. I feel like even there's like a market for it with college sports, especially with how the 1A comp.
Yeah.
And bro, when you listen to Letty talking about Castanet, bro, there'll be heaps of people, on the same page.
Yeah.
And then imagine like the smack talk.
I don't. But it's that smack talk that needs to be out there.
Yeah.
Like, because hype other people up.
Hard.
And that's what it needs.
Yeah.
And when people say, "Nah, don't say that. You can't say that." Nah, fuck off. Like, we don't want.
Yeah.
If you don't want. Hey, don't want you to watch sports because you're not a sports fan.
Yeah. Hard out.
We don't need you here.
And I could say that I could relate to that because in the in our group chat, when the Nationals and the Auckland Champs were on for the league.
Yeah.
So like I said, bro, there's a lot of St. Paul's cousins and friends that play for the Tokes.
Yeah.
And then a couple of casting guys. So the banter in the chat, bro, like it made us want to watch the game.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
say at the end, like sending screenshots, like shame, fuck yous.
See,
like,
that's the power of it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's tall popper syndrome.
Yeah.
But that's what is killing that kind of culture.
True,
our sports culture,
I don't.
Like, I love it. I love it when that banter happens.
Yeah.
Because it hypes up the game.
Yeah.
And that's what we need.
I feel like it's our people too. Just the way we are. I would say, like me, myself, I wouldn't, before a game, go in and talk bad about the opposition. Especially, like, record it.
Yeah.
I mean.
Because it's not in our nature. It's not our sports culture. But if you go to America, it's normal over there.
Hard out.
It's normal.
Maybe the new generation,
Yeah, hopefully.
Could, bro, because even my little brother, bro, I buzz out at his confidence. Well, and I feel like it's because it's been broken now. Like, say, like the tall poppy syndrome. They're looking up to people like Israel Adesanya, bringing up those topics. Whereas us, like, we're sitting there wondering, like, why isn't Mark Hunt getting an award, like,
Yeah.
Or Joseph Parker, because you know how he was, Adesanya was the first combat sport to win that sports person of the year. But we've already had like some world champions come out of our country.
And it was good for Adesanya to acknowledge them.
Yeah,
when
bro.
he said the speech,
100%. So the new generation is coming up listening to that, this world champion saying that kind of stuff. It builds their confidence. Whereas us, we're like, we we didn't have a voice like that,
Mm.
and we sort of all stayed, learned from the older ones the same way. Like fuck, better be quiet and
Yeah, see, that needs to change. I think
hard out.
that needs to change because even when Israel even his style, he always trash talkers before the fight.
Yeah, bro, I love
You know,
it.
and I love it, man.
Yeah.
But New Zealand doesn't. I'm used to it.
Yeah,
That's it. Nah, he's not Kiwi. He's Nigerian.
yeah,
You know, when he wins, nah, he's Kiwi. When he talks shit, he's Nigerian. You know,
yeah, bro.
because we're not used to that kind of hype. You know?
Hard, and that's what I liked about him because I liked following Conor McGregor
Yeah. Yeah.
before him. Yeah,
Yeah.
and just the way he
yeah.
would talk. But to see bro, it comes back to like thinking about Tupac and then 1-4 come out and do that. The same thing.
Yeah,
like
see.
when is a Kiwi gonna
It's
do
that
that?
energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then seeing Israel do it, like fuck, it buzzed me out that someone from my own backyard was able to push that boundary.
See, every time Stan Rogen comes around, everybody's passionate, eh?
Yeah, bro.
Like Queensland or New South Wales, the banter's there.
Hard.
And when Stan Rogen's gone, yep, back to normal.
Hard. See, but the stick thing about that is like, you know how people say like, bro, but you're born in Auckland. Like, But I feel like if they did a Samoa and Tonga game, fucking hell.
But see, they say we were born in Auckland, but that's the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
It's that banter that's caused this passion.
Yeah.
We're not born there. We
Yeah.
never grew up there. But we're passionate about these teams. When Stan Rogen comes around, there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
Because of how everyone reacts about it.
Yeah.
Because, hey, which team are you? You better say the right team, otherwise, that kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
it's hard out. That passion
Yeah.
overcomes where you're from.
Hard out.
Because you're passionate about that jersey. The color of the jersey. It's not about the place.
Yeah.
It's the team. It's the color
Yeah.
where it's represented.
I feel like it's the tall poppy
Yeah.
syndrome kicking in with that. Oh, but you're from Auckland.
That's if we don't have that same energy when it comes to the Blues or
Yeah.
the Warriors fans are different. The Warriors fans are always, you guys are always hard out Warriors no matter what, eh?
Yeah.
But see, it's that same kind of energy.
Yeah.
Because, there's heaps of Aucklanders that go for the Chiefs now.
Yeah.
Because they jumped the wagon when the Blues were losing. That's what I believe,
Yeah. See, I feel like they only, especially in a lot of people that I know just support winners, bro. I don't know if it's our people or what, but
Nah, I
when
reckon.
when teams are down, like
Yeah.
they're not with them. It's bro, the Warriors are a big example. Like, fuck. I bet you next year if they made the semis, bro. Even you could say Samoa, bro.
Yeah, I reckon.
Like a lot of these supporters came out of the blue once they started winning, but we're bagging them at the first loss.
Yeah, that's right. Because I never see this kind of support went towards Manu Samoa every time World Cup comes around.
Fuck yeah.
Do you know why?
But
because we're going for Manu Samoa until they lose, then we go for All Blacks.
yeah, bro. And I remember someone saying like, where was this energy for Manu Samoa?
Yeah.
But in saying that, like the thing about tour, what I loved about it is, growing up and like it was almost like a dream come true. Like, bro, what if Jerry Collins, what if he played for Samoa? And it was always that, fuck, it sucks. And finally seeing like a freaking team that could have played for Australia put on the tour jersey. It was mean to see, bro. Like it was what you always sort of thought about back in the days. If someone said that like these superstars were gonna play for tour back then, like fuck it, you wouldn't think that they would.
Believe it,
yeah. Because it was always like you really badly wish that these All Blacks were playing for Samoa or Tonga, representing the islands.
But imagine what it's done with players that chose other teams. Like Tino, he played for Kangaroos. Like, is he gonna come to next time?
Hard, eh? I hope so.
Is Payne Haas gonna come over?
Yeah, that's like fuck. I hope that the management doesn't fuck anything up, eh? Because I know that like hearing a lot of things about how their pay and how they're treated on tour.
Mm.
Of course, you'd want to go with, the Kiwis in Australia because they're getting treated way better. But I feel like what Mate Matonga did, like, they overcame that treatment for the jersey and the country, and now that's made a massive impact on World Rugby League, which is mean to see because, fuck, the old league World Cups were boring to watch.
Yeah. There's only 3 teams in it.
Yeah, hard out. And I hope maybe the other nations get a bit better,
Mm. It looks like they will
league.
if they spread the wealth like that.
Yeah.
Because it was not long ago when what's his name? What's his name? The fullback for Kangaroos? It's Teddy.
Oh,
He
yeah.
played for
For
Italy.
yeah.
Not long ago.
Yeah. See, one thing that I buzz out now is sort of not keeping up, but here and there watching the FIFA World Cup and seeing the lower teams
Coming
pull
up
some
there.
upsets.
Because Germany's gone, eh?
Yeah, bro, see? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
It'll be mean to see in the league or even the Rugby World Cup. I think rugby is heading that way, with like the Argentinians, Japan even doing pretty well.
But only
Putting
problem
on
with rugby
upsets.
union, they still got islanders and other countries.
Yeah, see?
But I'm interested to see Tonga because they've got some ex-All Blacks in their team now. I
Hard
think
out.
Charles Pietau's playing.
Yeah,
Fikitoa's in there.
yeah,
So that'll be interesting.
yeah, bro.
Because they've got that now, that pathway now, the 3 years stand down period now.
Because that's how, was it Nanai Williams?
Mm.
How he ended up
Yeah.
going, Because he had
But
a
he went
stint-
through the loophole through the sevens.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Olympic sevens.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Because if you go Olympic sevens, there's no rules.
Oh, true.
So because he was playing, he had a Samoa jersey in the sevens.
Yeah.
For Olympics, he could go play for Samoa.
True.
Because
Oh, yeah.
that was the loophole.
Yeah.
But even MMT, like you already said about, I think we're in it to win.
Yeah.
Like when MMT started with Fafita coming across, see the red wave, that was the first time we saw that kind of support.
Yeah.
You know when Tongan played the All Blacks, there
Yeah.
wasn't any support like that.
Yeah, bro. And that's what I was saying. Like, the reason behind, like, why even Tonga, I don't reply, but I was thinking in my head, like, imagine if those All Blacks switched allegiance, and the best of the Wallabies came back to Samoa, then that's where the hype will, pick up. But, and not saying these guys are no names, but they're just not All Black material playing for Manu and Tonga. They're still mean players, at their clubs. But, bro, imagine having like Rico Ioane and that.
Yeah, exactly.
Playing for Manu Samoa.
Because what would be a true New Zealand team will be the Barangis, of course. And then it'll be players from the Māori team coming in. And that'll be the true New Zealand team.
Hard. I thought about that too. Like, I wondered how the Aborigine people and Māoris felt at the World Cup.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they're not as passionate, I don't feel, compared to, like, if it was a Māori team playing at the World Cup. Fuck, they'd probably parade the way the Samoans did.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you remember that World Cup with that made that movie, Invictus.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, how Nelson Mandela brought the country together because the black people were supporting All Blacks.
Yeah.
Because the white people they were racist. The apartheid just finished and all that.
Yeah. That was buzzy.
It's that same sort of thing. But even South Africans don't have a indigenous team. No.
Yeah, true that,
I think that it's just their sevens team.
But it's mean to see, though, that they're finally representing rather than seeing all the Palangi South Africans with blonde hair.
Yeah, bro. Got it.
bro.
Yeah, but that's what I want to try to do now. Like get into more sports stuff, sports talk.
Yeah,
But I need to like watch more games and.
yeah. Do you reckon you'll go into this full time, or is that the goal? Do you have a?
I think that's the goal.
Yeah,
Because I'm into writing as well.
true.
Because I want to do some more of that.
Yeah,
Because I was even looking at doing a course, like a journalist course or something,
true.
like just on the side.
Yeah. See, and this is the thing about school. Like, I wish we had these sorts of like conversations with teachers, and
Yeah.
because I never knew you could study like media in uni.
Oh yeah.
Like, I would have taken that pathway if I had known, but I think maybe at the same time, like, I was a bit of an idiot in school too.
I mean, think of a career as a DJ. Like, what are some of the skills? Audio engineering is a good one.
Yeah,
DJing, of course. But then there's other skills too, like even graphics and design,
yeah.
like making posters and
Hard out. See,
doing
so,
social media.
well, even with like graphic design, like I would have been interested in that. But I thought you had to be like a freaking artist, you know?
Oh,
like
yeah.
hand drawing.
Oh.
And so if
That's all on computer now.
yeah, but I like, what is it? Like never took art.
Yeah.
So, but I know that once you go into art, like you can go into graphic design in school. But I just never knew that.
Oh, you got no. I think you can do it now.
Yeah, hard. I'll like yeah. I think I'll be
It's
a
never
graphic.
late. Never late, eh?
Yeah,
It's never too late.
that's one thing I buzzed out. I like sort of realized is that you can sort of learn anything now if you're passionate enough and
Yeah.
willing to go like this, bro. Like, you know, get a whole setup, use your own money, use your own time to like learn how to even set it up and record, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm too busy smoking and glory to God. Freaking hell.
No, you're right though, because man, it's because technology changes, man. Like, but when I was at school, there was no thought of any of this. You know, you could.
I don't.
You know, it was very limited. You either be the trades person or work in the office.
Yeah.
You know, or go to university and do a BA, and what's that gonna do? You're gonna be a teacher.
I don't.
Or there's no like big picture thing.
Yeah.
Or,
even like trades, like being a builder wasn't even a suggestion from
oh, wasn't
my
it?
parents. Nah, like
Yeah.
go do a trade, like go straight uni. Try to be a doctor, go do business.
But I think like one thing is like if you start working at a young age, and I think there's gonna be a point where you just being sick of what you do.
Yeah.
Like think of it, like 20, 30 years. Are you gonna tell me after 30 years of doing your job, are you gonna be the same, have the same love for it when you first started?
Yeah.
Or is it just gonna be way to pay the bills? Because that's another trap, paying the bills. That's a trap, man.
100%. And I feel like I'm caught in the trap right now. I'm the mouse that's my head's fucking dangling.
The wheels just turning in. Wow.
Yeah, bro. Actuals, because like the pay that I get right now is pretty all good for what I do, and it's paying the bills.
Yeah.
But fuck, I'm not enjoying it.
Nah.
To be honest.
Nah. It has to be. Like I don't know if you can. Like for me, I'll try to figure it out. Like I always think about if I quit my job, then what?
Yeah. Exactly.
Like
that's the pickle that I have.
Is it gonna be a case of okay, we're gonna have one income? How are we gonna live now?
Yeah.
Do we have to sacrifice? And how long are we gonna sacrifice for?
Hard,
For as long as it takes for me to do this course or learn this new skill and go forward.
Yeah.
Or try to do it at the same time I'm working, and when it's time to quit, when it's on level, or when I need more time, then go for it.
Yeah.
Is that sort of balance?
And especially the age, our age and kids, that just so much like stuff adds to it. And that's what sort of keeps me at my job. And It's the security of it, eh?
Yeah, the security of it. Yeah.
Yeah. I know for sure, like, if I wanted to, I could. Like, that's how much I sort of believe in myself in terms of, like, the whole learning media stuff and maybe DJing.
But that's it. That's half the battle. Because if
Yeah.
you're confident, you can make that leap.
Yeah.
Take that leap. Take that leap.
But
Because
yeah.
all the work you've done in the past to bring you to this point where you can, like, okay, time to take the leap.
Hard out.
Because you always hear the advice say,
Yeah.
like, hey, life is short, man. You gotta do it now before you die.
Yeah.
Hey, you might not live tomorrow. You might get hit by a train tomorrow or something like that.
Yeah.
But you know, like, life is too short. And then
Yeah,
it's
bro.
like, pay the bills. Oh.
Dreams to the side. Pick up my smoke. Nah, bro. So I've been like catching up with one of those Krew Tavita. Have you heard of Krew Tavita? He's a tattoo artist, and he tattoos out in Te Aratū. You know, going on to the where Wendy's is.
Yeah.
There's like the shop, or like there's like this new block and there's a cafe on the corner. Just before St. Giles, that church. I'm sure St. Giles. Anyways, but he's got that shop that says Owing, and it's a tattoo parlor. And it's one of the boys from Custon. And I've been hanging out with him. He's maybe 2 or 3 years younger than us, or younger than me. But bro, he's like, his business is booming, eh? Like, he does like realistic tattoos. And I've just been catching up with him and sort of getting some gems off him, how he opened up his shop. And
because anyone that opens up any shop took the leap.
Yeah, bro. Hard out.
And have learned their craft somewhere else and 100%. Said, I'm going to go on my own.
Exactly. And he's sort of like, not mentoring, but, you know, just one of the boys go have dinner and just see if there's maybe some opportunity for learning from him. Because I sort of want to sort of get into this space, to be honest, like the podcasting. And when you asked, bro, because I had been in conversation with him, I was like, fuck, this would be a mean time to sort of practice or, you know, like get a feel for it.
Do it in the shop. Do that. Talking Tats. The Talking Tats podcast. With DJ Jax.
Yeah. Getting tattered, but my voice is going to cry.
You seen the podcast in the barber shops? This is the podcast in the tattoo shop.
Yeah, hard, eh? But see, so that guy sort of like got his own thing going. I think he's hooked up with another like social media guy, and they're sort of doing their own thing. But yeah, we'll see where our conversations go, and hopefully in the near future I've got something up and running. Cause I want to do sort more. Have you heard of the 85 South show?
No.
Or Wild and Out? You know Wild and Out?
Yeah, Wild and Out. Yeah.
And they've got like some cast members on there: DC Young Fly, Chico Bean, and Carlos Miller. And they have their own podcast, and it's more like just telling jokes and stuff.
Are they from here?
Nah, they're from America.
Oh yeah.
But one of my boys, like, I feel like we've got, me and him sort of have this this energy. Like we get along with people, and we can yarn and tell jokes. More so that guy, bro. He's so funny. And I feel like we could sort of do the same thing.
You should, man. You should. Because it's like free, man. It's free.
Yeah.
And anyone can do it.
And I was buzzing, like, I sort of got like some inspiration from you guys too. Like, it's putting it out to the world, and it's up to the world. Like what they want to do with it, eh?
Yeah.
I used to be like, fuck, we're only going to get this much views, and who's going to share us, and who we're going to have. But like, you know, listening to your guys' stuff and putting content out, it's been pretty cool. Like, bro, these guys just do what they want.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, fuck. I love it, bro. What you guys are doing.
It's funny because we entered in the New Zealand Podcast Awards last year. Oh, last year or the year before. But we got nominated.
True.
And then I think our other podcast got nominated too.
Okay. Which one's that?
Outkast Scoop.
Oh, okay.
The Counter Rock. On the other ones as well. Probably TikTok and Yasha's one. Sala State of Mind.
Oh, okay.
But we never got anywhere. But all the winners were like mainstream.
True.
Like New Zealand Herald podcast, My FM podcast, you know, all that kind of stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
the fuck, this is bullshit.
True. True.
It's just like giving your own awards to your own people.
Yeah.
So,
I know.
so I never did it this year because I got an email. Said, do you want to enter again this year? I said, nah, delete, fuck off. You know, and then I look at the nominations, same thing.
Yeah.
All like New Zealand stuff, all mainstream media stuff.
True.
It's like, fuck bullshit, man.
That'll be mean though to like if there was ever anyone to come out of the woodworks and they're not backed by mainstream to win those awards, eh?
There's.
Oh yeah?
It's improvised.
True.
Yeah, the bakery one guy.
Yeah, bro. Fuck, I love his stuff too. And it was from, so my cousin is that is Regan Foy.
Hey.
Yeah, just the norms.
Well, him too.
And yeah. So I got onto the bakery runs through him. Sharing. Yeah.
So did you do some work for them?
Nah.
Oh.
Nah. But just on social media, just that improvise.
Yeah.
Just saying how I sort of got onto him. So that's buzzy that he won an award.
Yeah, he won an award, but he didn't accept it.
Oh, true.
Yeah, because he thought it was bullshit as well.
Oh, true. True.
But see, he's got himself going on New FM, so he's in mainstream itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's a guy that's come through being a school teacher.
Yeah.
Did his podcast, worked hard to his craft, just to get on mainstream, to get on the radio station, and now he's done that. Him and Regan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's done going through that pathway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's awesome of him to see that. Yeah. For him to break through. Just acknowledge the other. I say nah, but it's something that I don't want to see. If it was me, I wouldn't want to. Because for personally, I hate mainstream, man.
True.
Like I hate mainstream.
Yeah.
Like I hate the radio. I hate TV.
Yeah.
I hate how it's all like to a script.
Yeah.
And you gotta be someone else. You gotta be different.
Yeah.
I hate that shit, man.
And then you can't. They force you to be a certain way.
Yeah. And if it's an interview, it's 5 minutes. That's it. And they'll cut things out and edit you out. And
I don't
see. It's not like a podcast.
Yeah.
What I think a podcast should be.
Yeah.
The podcast that sounds like a radio is not a podcast.
Yeah.
Even people that like want to make a podcast, like, see, for me, like when I see a new podcast come out, but there's someone from doing it from the garage or doing it from their home, or and they sound like radio.
Yeah.
I say, bro, you don't know the point. Yeah, that's not the point. I don't want to.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to hear something that sounds like I'll turn on my film if I want to hear that.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Like the whole. Hi, well, welcome to this podcast, the show. My name is and my guest over here is.
And not being sad, bro, because I don't want to like.
You know.
Shit on them. Oh, not shit on them, but.
No, but you know what I mean, eh?
Yeah.
Like
you know, have you heard The Mandate?
Yeah, I've heard them.
And like nothing bad on them because they're doing their thing, right?
Yeah.
But I heard one main interview with that Beulah.
Yeah.
Bro, that was such a good podcast. But the whole time I was thinking like, fuck, like I don't want to listen to it like this though.
Like
just because the other presenter.
Yeah.
It sounded like I was listening to my uncle on 531. Like. But yeah, that's the vibe that I got from that Mandate podcast. Like, you're right, bro. If I want to listen to radio, fuck, I'll chuck that on. But that was probably the only podcast because someone recommended it. Listen to Beulah's one, and I listened to it. Fuck, it was mean. But the whole time I was like, I just wish it was someone else interviewing.
Yeah, the vibe I get from, because I listened to one with Tim.
Yeah,
because he came on, and because he's came on this podcast too.
Yeah.
So it's cool to listen to a guest that's come on this podcast and gone on another podcast. So you can just see
the difference in the vibe.
You can compare the vibes too.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why I listened to Tim's episode,
Yeah.
you know, but I've listened to Mandate before, but yeah, you're right. It's not kind of my style
Yeah.
to listen to. Like,
Hard.
yeah.
And it's nothing bad on them.
Yeah, it's just my own style. Like
Preference, eh?
I don't want to. I find it like not me.
Yeah, hard. And so that's, I think, like with the 85 South show, the way they've done it is they're like unapologetically black, eh? And they say anything.
See, that to me, those are the best podcasts.
Yeah.
Because you know, radio can't say that.
Yeah.
You know,
Hard out. And so like they're like pure comedy. There was this chick that had like a bun, and like he chucked his mic on his head, and he's like, it does look like she's got a dick on her head, eh? And then they start saying, she got a dick on her head, dick on her head. And you know, like you said, bro, mainstream wouldn't do that. Like, you'd probably get fired for saying that shit.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's no voices in like us yet really like saying that sort of shit. I think we're scraping the surface, like we're breaking barriers, but no one really.
But it's not valued, I think.
Yeah.
I think that kind of stuff is not valued yet.
Yeah, hard out,
especially with our people,
bro. And that's one thing that I've sort of in my own head, like, fuck, everything with our people is still in its infancy, eh? Like, everything's new, bro.
Yeah.
So if you wanna, like, I feel like DJing, you know, everyone hopped onto that, and then like, fuck, now everyone's mean at it.
Yeah.
But podcasts, you know, people have been doing it for a bit. And people are starting to get mean at it. You know? So I feel like anything you want to do, bro, even like clothing labels and stuff, like, you know, clothing, they're still like YKTR. They're still like, they're not even that old, the brands. But polys are just starting to, you know?
to get into enterprising.
Yeah.
Enterprising now with these new platforms.
Hard out.
Because, you know, YTKR, that's a good example of Isaac John finishing his sporting career, loving podcasts and making his own and creating like a network.
Hard out.
That he can, and it's on the back of selling his clothes.
Yeah.
To support what he's doing. But he's got good shows, man. He's into sports, so it makes sense to have sports
hard out
based shows. And then he has, what's the guy that left the Grouse and a Few Beers? They're finished now, eh?
No, I'm not too sure.
Jordan Simi.
Oh yeah, are they finished now?
Yeah.
Ever since they got that
No. They were still going.
Oh, okay.
But I think he's moved on.
Oh, okay.
I think he's gonna do his own thing.
True.
Yeah.
Damn.
But that was a good podcast. Yeah. Because it was different, you know. Here's a Samoan guy talking to Balangi girls.
Yeah.
And talking that kind of the Balangi Australian girl styles.
True.
And it's not, you can't hear that. Like, we can't relate, but it's different. It's a brown guy in that world.
Yeah.
You know?
You know what's the buzzy thing about Islanders as well? Is timing. Like, bro, you could do something like, say, Specifics.
Yeah.
Remember Specifics? Yeah. They're like out of it, right? But I feel like if they came out a bit later, they would have been mean. Like, they would have popped off way more. But they're just early for their time, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like. And I feel like that as well, like Jordan Simi talking with the white chicks, I just think Islanders are a bit standoffish with a lot of things at first until it becomes a thing.
Yeah.
And then it's like, fuck yeah, this guy's actually all good.
Yeah, that's right. And
and
it's that thing that, because Islanders are standoffish at that thing, the things that come out are towards the people that are standoffish.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to go there.
I don't.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's why I feel when you talk about mandates, I think that's where they are.
Yeah.
They're just borderline.
Yeah.
I mean, they swear in that, that's cool, but it's not like going any further.
I don't.
And it's not what I want to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the guests in that.
Yeah.
But I don't want to hear them talk about the stuff they asked to be talked about.
Hard. And then they listen to this and you know the back of the 135.
Nah. Well, they're doing a thing for mental health. That's their whole deal.
Yeah,
it's mental health, how to help
Hard.
So they're getting these people in to talk about mental health. How did they deal with their mental health to inspire others, to help others, and that's their lane, you know.
True.
But that's what I feel was valuable now to people.
Yeah.
I think that's the in topic right now.
Yeah, bro.
The mental health topic is what's popping.
Hard. Bro, it's funny that you say that because, like, I remember back, bro, and it would have been like 2014 maybe. Like, me personally going through some stuff. Like, I don't think mental health was a thing back then, eh? Like,
no. Oh, yeah.
it was talked about. But you know the way that it's being blown up right now, and you got all the support.
Yeah.
I don't think there was as much
Back then
of the talk. Nah, not back then. Especially through social media and sharing.
Yeah.
But it's real cool to see now. Like, even with the boys, like, bro, if you want to talk, you know, everyone's a bit more understanding. But I remember, like, back then, like, bro, don't. You know, like, don't cry in public or don't tell me how you feel, Luz.
well, that's the whole deal with it all. Like, everyone knows back then, harden up.
Yeah.
You can't say that now.
Harden
up. It's better to talk about your feelings and that. And, like, to me, I never really had a problem with mental health back in the days, back when I was at school. And I mean, I had anxiety in that, but not to the point where I fell apart and and didn't go to school and didn't get out of bed. You know, like, I know people go through that.
Yeah.
You know, but I never did.
Yeah.
So I can't really relate to any of that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean I don't care about it. I understand.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
I don't.
So when the narrative is you got to talk about your feelings because there's mental health with a lot of people. We got to deal with these issues and that. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
You know, I get it. I just don't value it as much as the people that do value the mental health talk.
Yeah. I don't.
But I feel like if I don't acknowledge it, I'm gonna be looked at as fuck you insensitive asshole. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just don't have a problem.
Yeah.
But I understand it's a problem.
Yeah. And I feel it's people's, like, different journeys, eh? So when going back to Stephen Settle, how he was talking about, like, depression, but the only thing he was bringing up was breaking up with his girlfriend. You know, like, I feel like there's people that go through, like, way deeper things, way deeper holes that's not as easy to say, like, bro, get the fuck up. Get out of your feelings. I think people with deep depression maybe could get to a point where they can listen to that. But I feel like you can't just come out and
change
say
it.
Yeah.
Because someone might be deeper than what he's talking about.
Yeah, bro. Case by case. Like, maybe say someone that lost their dad and they were so close to their mom and dad. You can't just go up and say, bro, get the fuck up.
Yeah.
That's just your mom, you know? Like, nah, Jack.
Because there is like a spectrum. Huh?
Yeah, hard.
And everyone's in a different place in the spectrum.
And I feel like that's where he failed in terms of understanding. Like, bro, you're right. You're on the right track of what you're trying to say. But there's
levels to it, eh?
There's levels, bro.
It might work for this much of... If this is a spectrum, it might work for these people here.
Yeah.
But these people here, it's not going to work.
Hard. And bro, like, I get, he's right. Like, you know, what he was saying, he gets DMs, like, people saying, bro, you've helped me.
Yeah.
And that's cool, but you can't paint everyone with the same brush.
Yeah.
There's people that have gone through way worse
and
loss,
bro. And that's the difficult thing about dealing with depression, or helping people who are depressed. Because first you got to understand where they are and how far they are.
Yeah, bro.
You know, are you the type that's like borderline? Or are you the type that's way down? One extra thing and you're gonna, you know, do the worst thing?
I don't.
Or, you know, what do you need? Like, see, everyone's different.
Yeah. And I feel like that would probably be the only thing that I'd pick out from everything that he was saying is maybe not everyone, you know. But then you could come back and say like, bro, you don't have to listen to it, you know. Like, just get off his videos. Exactly what he's saying. Like, how can you hate on me, but you've been watching my life for 4 hours?
Yeah.
Bro. So like, I really like. I'm drawn to controversy as well.
Yeah.
Like, did you follow 6ix9ine
No.
and his story?
No. Oh, the rapper.
The rapper.
How he went to jail.
Yeah,
Went to
and he
prison,
snitched on his whole crew.
Yeah.
So he was rapping about like killing and throwing up the set that had gotten behind him. So like this blood set from New York.
Mm.
And then when shit hit the fan, he snitched on everyone. But his thing was like, his manager was sleeping with his baby mama kind of thing.
Oi.
Yeah. And you know, it's like, so where's the loyalty in that? Like, you know, he got kidnapped and they were gonna rob him. Like, yeah, I can't remember the full backstory, but yeah, he got kidnapped. And from his own crew that he was with. And so he snitched on all of them because they weren't loyal to him. But like, everyone else is like, bro, that's not the street code though.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't snitch, but he's like, but fuck, where's the brotherhood code? Like, you guys pick and choose. And say he had like this whole controversy behind this whole story, bro, because he was like hard out Bloods, but the Bloods were saying like he was just in it for publicity, and he needed like a platform to rap. And so they gave him that platform and said, oh, you can come use our house. And he came with all these Bloods bandanas and gave it out kind of thing. But they said they weren't really like that. Anyways, fuck.
Because I kind of believe that. I kind of believe how they said he's in it for the to be famous.
Yeah, bro, 100%.
Why would you paint your hair like that?
Exactly.
Have all these tattoos on your body.
Yeah.
And have you look like that?
Yeah.
You had to like be standing out from the crowd.
Yeah. So the tattoo artist, because he got 6ix9ine like tatted all over his arm and then his head, and it sounded like he had his eye on the prize from the beginning, like that he was gonna be famous, regardless of anyone. But I feel like that crew fucked him over. To be honest. Yeah. Because, and so, like, it was the whole social media, like, the comments that I would read and whose side were they on? Like, did they agree with what he did? And he literally snitched on everyone.
Yeah.
But now he's out and fucking making millions. Like, touring Europe. And not giving a shit about what anyone says. Like, oh, here's me in LA at Nipsey's fucking mural, and you said I wasn't allowed here. Yeah, like that kind of controversy.
I saw a video when he's opened his boot and he's got all this cash and he's like showing it, like, I got this much for this.
Yeah, bro. And it's funny, like, fuck the shit that he talks about, like, fucking mocking, I think it was Lil Durk, like the Chicago rapper, like, bro, go and get some get back for your homie that just died. Don't make a diss track. Do something about it. Like, you know, he's real bold with his statements in his songs.
Yeah.
That's what drew me to that guy. Fuck, so yeah, bro, I love a bit of controversy and following it.
I was listening to The Brilliant Idiots. Did you listen to that podcast? Shit, man, it's good. It's Andrew Scholes and Charlamagne the God.
Okay.
It's a cool podcast. But they were talking about how do you know what's his name? Some radio guy, Howard Stern. You know Howard Stern?
No.
He's a big radio guy in the States. Anyway, he was talking about Oprah.
Okay.
How, man, she's just showing her wealth and all that. So that was the topic on their podcast. And they're just saying how dumb statement it was. Like, man, if you don't know Oprah, well, are you gonna ask, is she rich? I mean, what are you gonna do? Like, she's rich.
Yeah.
She's fucking rich, man. Like, but what else is she gonna do?
Oh, damn.
But they were talking about how like if you're rich, you won't know they're rich because they don't flaunt it.
Yeah.
It's just natural because it's generational wealth, right?
Mm.
So they're just used to wearing jeans and white t-shirt, you know. But the newly rich, they want to
buy
show
the chains and
they want to do all that. Like 6ix9ine.
yeah, hard up, bro. Because that guy was from nothing, Like he was from the projects.
Yeah.
He just wasn't a gang affiliate.
Yeah. You know how we're talking about. Yeah. I'll be looking forward to listening to your new podcast.
Bro, hopefully,
make
bro.
Yeah, man.
Fingers crossed there.
Because it will do good for you. Because you know how you say you're shy.
Yeah.
It might help your identity as a DJ.
Yeah, bro.
A DJ, podcast. See, people listen. People come to your shows. Talk about shows. Have other DJs come to your podcast. Talk about the game. Talk about life.
Bro.
DJ life. You know. Talk about music. What's coming up.
Yeah. Have you seen I think they're called the Bender Brothers.
Oh, in Brisbane.
Yeah. Have you watched their podcast?
Bender Yarns.
Bender Yarns. Yeah. They're pretty cool,
Yeah.
And I just like how they're like really authentic, the way they talk. And I feel like we're missing a voice like that in Auckland.
You know why I like them? Because they're different.
Yeah.
Because they're Brisbane, and I'm curious to know how these young Samoan Brisbane people are. That's why I watch it.
Yeah.
Because their accent and what they're into.
Yeah.
They had this third one with Lisi. Did you see that one?
Yeah, bro.
And when Lisi was talking about Samoa, his experience in Samoa, like I didn't agree with anything he said. I was like buzzing out because their experience in Samoa was different to mine.
Yeah.
And they were almost teasing Samoa.
Yeah.
Which I didn't like, but I understood.
Yeah.
But that's the different content.
Hard out.
See, that's the thing. I listen to when I listen to podcasts.
Yeah.
Something that relates or something that makes me curious about how they are. Because the thing I like about them is because they're Samoans, so that's automatically relatable.
Yeah.
They're Australians, so that's not relatable. I want to know.
Yeah.
And you know their stories in that, so it makes me want to know like how they are and if my stereotyping of Samoan Australians, because they're like different, you know.
Yeah, bro. Hard.
Like that's what I always thought when I first went over to Australia and I hung around the Samoans there. Like these guys are different. Like they're like pretty boys, and like
hard out.
kind of into their styles and all that. Like,
Yeah.
So I came back and man, they're different. They're different breed over there. You know?
Yeah.
But it's cool to see that in the podcast.
Hard out.
So nothing's changed.
Yeah, bro.
But it's cool to know. Yeah, it's cool to know how people over there.
Hard out.
Yeah.
I feel bro. I feel like bro, we've been going like so many topics. But I came here because I'm a DJ that's smicks on them.
Yeah.
But like my opinion on Australian Samoans, and this is fucking another thing that I've been thinking in my head. Just the way that and this is going off them, but the way they're evolving over there. So it's like now there's more islanders in the Wallabies.
Yeah.
Now they've got 1-4. Now they're setting up podcasts. Now they've got the boxers like Jaya Pataya and their August Alkusoi. And I feel like
it's growing, eh?
Yeah, bro. I feel like now they're finding their feet over on Oz. What us were doing, or like the generation above us and before them came to New Zealand and did to the All Blacks and New Zealand fighters coming out of Otara and Markant and Recefo and that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what they're doing in Australia, and all the maybe the fucking good islanders that took the opportunity. You know how it's like going from the islands to New Zealand.
Yeah.
New Zealand is like the islands going to Samoa, and now they're cracking it.
Yeah.
That's sort of the thought process I had. Like, fuck, these Australians are fucking killing it now.
No,
like,
you're right. The reason why you're right, because there's a different market over there. There's more people. The economy is bigger.
Yeah. Hard.
There's more numbers. There's more money over there.
But you know that, and it comes back to what I was saying about like everything with the islanders is still in its infancy.
Yeah.
And but you could say like what islanders did for New Zealand hip hop, now they're carrying that over in Australia. Now the islanders are carrying Aussie hip hop, Like
Yeah.
I don't really know many Aussie hip hop songs until these guys. Now Lisi and HP Boys,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I feel like they're doing for Australian music culture what freaking Savage and Scribe and that did for New Zealand music culture.
Yeah.
Like
Because when I went to Australia first time I went to Australia was 2004, I think, and they were waiting for the next Scribe
yeah,
because they had no music.
yeah,
Like no music. They wanted New Zealand music.
hard
'Cause
out.
they had nothing.
Yeah,
They had no artists. They just wanted Scribe. And I remember taking over. Scribe's song. What's his one?
not many.
Not many.
Yeah,
I took that over and they didn't even heard it before.
true.
And a tape, and I played it at the bar because we went over, and I went with my cousin and his mate, and my
Yeah.
cousin's mate was working at the bar
Yeah,
over there in Brisbane,
yeah.
and I had the tape, and they played Scribe, the Not Many song for
Yeah.
the first time. No one had heard it before.
Far.
Yeah, that was me.
That's a mean story.
Yeah,
Were you wearing your hat like this as well?
nah, I don't know.
But yeah, bro, nah. See, I fucking buzz out because then that ties in with the whole social media. Hey, like before social media, Australia was behind, with music, is what I heard. Like they weren't listening to hip hop and R&B the way my FM was blasting it through the airwaves down here.
Now they're making their own.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the freaking blow up of the internet.
Well, when you watch Binder Yarns, there's artists on, and their background, even their setup and their because Lissy talks about how was it Warner was it Warner Music that helped them
Yeah,
for
Warner or
distribution.
Sony.
It's one of them big companies that allow him to do his thing, but they'll just have the distribution stuff.
Yeah,
But he's creating videos. He's got this, and then the second episode had that guy he had his own record label, Callisto or something like that,
Castillo.
Castillo,
Yeah.
that guy who made that record label.
Oh, true.
And see, these guys are making their own businesses. They're going on their own, but I think it's because it's a bigger market over there in Australia.
Oh yeah.
And people throwing money, easy to throw money at things like that.
Yeah, I didn't realize how big Australia is, Like, it's pretty much the same as the States, Or
Well,
bigger.
It's pretty much like, you know how we have Auckland City?
Yeah.
Imagine if Auckland City was in Christchurch, Wellington.
Yeah.
Same,
they-
same, the same,
The same energy,
same amount of people, the same jobs.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if we can choose whatever. Like
I
you
know.
could choose Melbourne, Sydney,
Yeah.
or Brisbane,
Yeah.
or Gold Coast. It doesn't matter because it's all the same kind of.
Because, bro, we're like our own country in Auckland itself,
Yeah.
Like, outside of Auckland, it's sort of got like a Māori, Hori accent. Even if they're Samoan, or Islanders.
Yeah.
But then Auckland, like, Southside got their own twang to West. And then Central are real polite. No. But, they got their own way they act and their mannerisms and the way they talk.
Yeah.
But I just buzz out how, yeah, bro, Auckland is its own thing, compared to the rest of New Zealand. And I don't even know how that ties in with... But fucking, yeah, bro, I feel like Australia's on their own wave now and found their feet. And now they're like, how fucking Islanders were coming from Auckland and like, even that, do you remember that Auckland League team that had beaten Australia back in the days?
No.
Bro, so there's this like Auckland Rugby League team, and I would say it's maybe the 70s or 80s, but these guys were before like rugby league was fully professional, they had like this Auckland team put together that had beaten the Australian team.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro. And I feel like it's
should look it
that
up.
thing where we had so much talent in Auckland that, you know, fuck, Auckland could beat Australia, right? But now everyone's like chasing opportunities and going over there, and all the talent is gone with it.
Yeah.
Even to like fucking UK as well. Like they're setting up their families there, and
But I think it's a different kind of like for me, like yeah, I can move to Australia and make more money and all that kind of stuff. But I choose not to
yeah,
because all my family's here,
yeah, hard.
and it's whether you can make it here or not.
Yeah.
For me,
Yeah.
you know, like
I've got the same mindset.
you know, it's like okay, don't wanna like I'm gonna change. I don't want to change my environment just for the sake of having more money and more opportunities, because that's what they say. Hey, come over to Australia, more money here. What are you doing?
Yeah.
You know.
Hard up.
But then I don't want to work.
Yeah.
I don't want to do the same thing I'm doing over there, just for more money.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And then it's like not the same feeling, especially without that, because that's what I hear. Like, is the main thing is no family, no family over there. But that's what I mean by like, I feel like Australians are finding their feet because more and more of the islanders are going over there and setting up, building communities, and doing what they're doing now, bro. Like, it's just so buzzy that islanders are the ones that set the trends almost. Yeah. Just like in New Zealand. Like, I buzz out that, and it's specifically Samoan fighters, bro. How mean they are. But it feels like they've slowed down producing them out of New Zealand, and now they're coming out of Australia. Yeah. And now the Wallabies are doing mean.
Well, look at the NRL. It's like 60% Polynesians.
Hard out. See? But even that fact buzzed me out.
And look at their origin. There's heaps of islanders in their origin.
Hard. But to how not well the islander nations are doing in the, you know, in the World Cup. But I would say the same for World Rugby, eh? Like, there's no names that are playing in Japan. No. You know, like, they didn't get a contract here, but they went to Japan, and now they're playing for the Japan team. Because there's just too much talent here in New Zealand. Like, fucking look at Fekitoa, you know, like, couldn't really get a crack in Auckland and goes down to the Highlanders and then gets an All Black call up, you know. Like,
and Laumapi.
Yeah.
Him too.
There's just too much talent, bro.
And that was the criticism I had for Auckland Blues when we were losing all those years.
Yeah.
Because we had the talent here, but they just chose the wrong guys.
Yeah.
And sent the other ones down to Canterbury or Waikato.
Hard. And you could say the same thing about, the Warriors. Like, the thing, like, you know, Townsend and, like, they go off and win a premiership. What's the other half? And he went to the Roosters.
Maloney.
Yeah, Maloney's. Yeah. Fuck, see? These guys go and carve. Even Johnson going off and doing well at the Sharks.
Well, you know, Warriors ain't going to get like the top-notch Australian players.
Yeah.
No one wants to come move their family to Auckland.
Yeah.
And then travel every 2 weeks back and forth.
Hard.
So,
but see, we've got the fucking talent here. Like, people gap it, and because they're not getting picked at the Warriors, then they go and carve up over in Oz.
But this is because of the system and Oz, though?
Yeah.
Because remember when Nigel Vangana, he played for Warriors, then he went to the Bulldogs and he blew up. He became the number one centre in the world.
Yeah. I feel like now for league, especially the development, they're like snatching the players way early. So the grassroots comp here in Auckland is not the same as it used to be, to where the frickin' Auckland men's team can beat Australia, you know? That's one thing that buzzes me out, is that we had so much talent in Auckland alone that they could beat. And these guys were working as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were in a full-time professional team.
Like
Yet they could
Filipana
beat,
and all those guys.
yeah, bro, they could beat the freaking Australian men's team. That was so buzzy to me that, like, you can sum up Auckland talent with that win back then. I don't know if it was like the 70s. I think it might have been the 70s. But yeah, now it's all watered down because everyone's getting taken over to Oz and play high school. Yeah. Sorry, bro. What fucking Steven Settle to Australia.
That's how it is, man. I don't know where it goes. Just open our mouths when press record and 0 goes.
Yeah, bro. All good.
Sure, man. So what's up for you next few weeks? Well, what are you guys doing for Christmas? You guys are you working during holidays?
Nah, we closed down on the 23rd.
And you're DJing through the holidays? Or?
Oh yeah. We're still DJing.
Do you guys do those New Year's Eve?
They haven't brought it up. Usually we do.
Oh, hey, did you do
But
it?
this year they haven't.
Last year
brought
wasn't
it
a
up.
big one, was it? Or because of COVID? Or?
Yeah, bro. COVID's fully fucked everything up for us. So we were like at Orange, we were closing early. Sometimes like we close at 4, but sometimes we close at 1, just because it wasn't pumping. But recently, bro, maybe the last year or so, it feels like we've been DJing balls, bro. Like the way school balls.
Yeah. Oh, gee.
Like just the energy now.
Yeah.
With the youngins coming through.
It was one of the schools, the big ones.
Huh?
Who's one of the big balls? What schools had the biggest one?
I'm not too sure, eh? I've never really did. Oh, bro. That's probably one of my biggest flops that I... When I had my CDs, I went and DJ'd Henderson High's ball.
Yeah.
And I was expecting heaps of Islanders. But I was straight Balangis, eh?
Oh, hey.
Fuck.
Must be recently then.
Bro, it would have been 2009-ish.
Oh, okay.
2010, but...
When they had a uniform.
Yeah, but say my brother goes there now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's in his last year, and yeah.
It's one of the best schools at West now.
Bro, that's what I buzzed out, because it was like all the people that got kicked out of Custon was getting straight away accepted over there.
Oh, because
But
when I was at Watak, that was one of the bad schools.
Yeah,
Henderson High.
hard out.
They had no uniform back then.
True.
Yeah, and they had a bad name, had a bad rep.
Yeah, that was my perception of that school as well. But because me and my family lived on Henderson Valley, my time at school, my dad was like, nah. After that guy went Custon, no one's ever going back to. I killed it for my brother, eh?
Oh, yeah.
So we were on Henderson Valley, so he ended up going to
Yeah.
Henderson, and he said
You turned out pretty good.
hard out. But nah, he said it's different, bro. Like they've got laptops and stuff. I don't know if that's a normal thing in schools, but from what I knew Henderson as back then, they had a bad rap.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so that was the ball. Oh yeah, I haven't heard of the New Year's. What kind of New Year's thing did they do? Countdown and then
Yeah, pretty much. But like the last one that I did, like everyone pretty much walked outside to watch the countdown on the Sky Tower.
Yeah.
What am I doing here? Like I was the only guy in the club. Like, should I go outside too? Yeah, but so I don't know what our plans are. I know they're thinking of opening up, because we can't open up on Christmas Eve, but they can open at 12 o'clock.
Oh,
Yeah, so they're like asking, do you reckon we should open?
I always wondered about that. Those holidays, like you guys have done that though, right, before.
Yeah.
Start at 12.
Yeah.
Was
The
everyone just
public
waiting?
holidays.
Everyone just waiting on the street waiting for 12 o'clock. Was it?
Like that's why I don't. Because if it was me, I'll like be at home drinking. Hey, so I'm never really keen to do those gigs.
True.
Yeah.
Because how long would you have to wait until people start coming in? Eh? Like one. Or something?
I don't. But I've never taken on the the holiday gigs. But yeah, nothing really planned at the moment for New Year's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in terms of the club.
Christmas, just spend time with family and
Yeah,
family get
much,
together
bro.
in Franklin.
Bro, it's too small. Our family's gone way too big for the house now. So we're usually at my uncle's house ourselves.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sala, very sweet, man. Thanks for coming on the podcast, eh?
Nah, bro, appreciate it, bro. Thank you.
Nah, no worries, man. When I want to say you're the first one to reach out first.
What was that?
You're the first one to reach out to come on the podcast. First person. I never had to do anything. You just reached out. Said, Can I come on the podcast? Something you went in my DMs, eh? Like,
Also, I'll pay you whatever.
Nah, I appreciate it, man.
Nah, bro. Thanks for having me.
Nah, no worries, man. Yeah. I'll try and make my way to Orange one night.
Yeah, bro. If I see you in the corner, do a special shout out.
With my foot on the wall. Nah, have a good week.
Nah, shout out.
Thanks.